All right, Mays, day game.
The York Revolution is on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
It is gone! Game over!
Revs Baseball is brought to you by Wellspan Sports Medicine, People's Bank, Shipley Energy, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Brewery Products, Harvey's Rental, Racehorse Tavern, Flying Feet Sports Shoes, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Dasher Investment Services, Smith Wealth Advisory Group, Royal Manchester Golf Links, Community Progress Council, Fast Signs, York County Bar Association, Philly Pretzel Company, Wolf's Bus Lines, Grand Falloons, PA Lottery, and by Downtown Inc.
Nelly Rodriguez, a walk-off two-run home run! It's right there, he's got it, and this game is over! The Revs with a record-setting comeback!
Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from People's Bank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 25 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, the weekend leg of this homestand gets underway. As for the first time this season, the Revs welcome the Lexington Legends here to People's Bank Park. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Jake Ness. Welcome to Revs Baseball on what is right now, believe it or not, a pleasant night. Earlier today, we had severe storms come through, even a tornado warning, and an absolute downpour that just drenched this field, and a heroic effort from the grounds crew in the front office to get this thing playable tonight. You walk in tonight, you wouldn't even know how catastrophic that rainstorm was for about 5 or 10 minutes earlier this afternoon. But Jake, I think everybody's ready to turn the page and send the Barnstormers packing and play somebody else. Hopefully things go better this weekend.
Yeah, well, that's the case for about another week, and then we'll be right back to our regularly scheduled programming. But yeah, absolutely, just to get some new, fresh blood into here, a team that the Revs haven't seen since the second series of the season. And like you said, very just surprised we're even playing this game. If you walked into the WOYK office, you'd even question what's going on. But
it's a little damp
under the door.
Just a bit. But yeah, the folks that were involved in the tar pool earlier said it was, I mean, to a man, said it was the most challenging that they had ever been a part of with the wind and everything. And it was pretty scary, actually, earlier this afternoon. But a great job getting the field ready for tonight. Revs are 7-17. They did drop the last two against Lancaster after winning 3 of the previous 4. 5-3 loss in the day game yesterday, despite Nelly Rodriguez cracking his second home run of the year. That was the big offensive highlight. And the Legends, who had an overnight ride from High Point to York, Lexington 11-14 coming in tonight. They're coming off back-to-back losses as well. Something's got to give, and tonight it'll be right-hander Jorge Martinez making the start for York, 1-2 with an ERA of 3.60. Righty J.J. Hoover goes for Lexington. He is 2-2 with an ERA of 5.08. Take a look at what's on tap on the pregame tonight, brought to you by Brewery Products and Yingling, which is on tap here at People's Bank Park. Coming up in our next segment, very special guest. This is Mental Health Awareness Night here at People's Bank Park, and Dr. Michael Diller, Director of Wellspan's Employee Assistance Program and licensed psychologist, joins me on the program next. We'll hear from Mace coming up on the Racehorse Tavern Manager's Report as well. And our first pitch tonight set for 6:30 here at Peoples Bank Park on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Let's kickstart summer together at Lowe's this Memorial Day. Keep your home nice and cool with our exclusive Harbor Breeze Hathaway 52-inch ceiling fan special value. Was $134.98, now $99.98. And get our Pit Boss Pro Series 850 pellet grill special value. Was $549, now $499. Take advantage of our summer savings this Memorial Day exclusively at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Valid 5/19 through 5/25.
O'Reilly. If your wiper blades are smearing and streaking, stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts to save $8 instantly on a pair of Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Our professional parts people will even install them for you for free. Improve visibility and save money with Rain-X Latitude wiper blades. Visit O'Reilly Auto Parts or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto. Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Welcome back. Pregame from Peoples Bank Park tonight. The Revs and the Lexington Legends. And my guest here in the pregame tonight, Dr. Michael Diller, Director of WellSpan Employee Assistance Program and also licensed psychologist with WellSpan. Welcome, Mike. Great to see you.
Oh, man, it's so awesome to be back here with you together. I know we did the Mindset Matters series through 2020 and into 21. It's special to be here tonight on Mental Health Awareness Month and night and shine the light on mental health and awareness. And just great to be back here with you. In person, sitting right here with you. Fantastic.
Not looking through a computer screen on Zoom.
That's right.
For once, which is nice.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, so, kind of our message tonight, I mean, this is Mental Health Awareness Night here at Peoples Bank Park. And you and I teamed up on this idea a couple of years ago, I guess a year and a half ago now.
Yeah.
It was right in the height of COVID. And
it was.
A lot of people were struggling,
Yeah.
So... the idea was floated. I got to give Eric Menzer a lot of credit for that. Reed Gunderson at WellSpan as well.
Right.
I can't take credit for the idea, but I decided that on WOYK with you, I would share my story and my history and battle with anxiety and depression.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that, and you and I talked about this at length on that series, one of the hardest things to do is hide it and put on that mask and try to go about your day. And here, like a year and a half later, it's kind of easy for me to talk about, and it wasn't then.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what we're hoping to make a difference with, is to destigmatize it and let people know it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to talk about it as well.
Absolutely. And we're also, I think this is one story at a time, to being able to break down the kind of the walls of stigma about mental health. And when we were all connected, with the support of Eric Menzer and Reed Gunderson, from WellSpan side, introducing us, and it was fantastic to be able to come together to listen to your story. But you sharing that story to me is a message that you send out to someone that says, hey, oh wow, okay, I'm not alone. And talking about that helps kind of normalize the conversation about mental health is truly health. It's not just something in its kind of own separate category. Mental health is health, period. And so when we brought that up in conversation back in 2020 into 20 and ended in 21, but it's still relevant today, in terms of that message with you being able to share. I look at it this way: you wanted to do that, and it's still relevant today. Everything that you shared then, we talked about this. We wanted everything that we covered in that Mindset Matters series to be enduring, meaning that it wasn't just for the pandemic or just during this time. But we know that 2 years plus now through the pandemic, all the other storms that have unfolded throughout that, we are still feeling the effects of that uncertainty, and then just everything else, the losses that unique to each one of our own journeys. We've had those and those stressors, and it's important to make sure that people know that it is okay not to be okay, but we also want to make sure that we are there for each other, supporting one another.
Yeah, and you mentioned that mental health is health, and I think that's one of the things I often compare it to. Does somebody injure their leg, right? You would get that treated. Sometimes your brain needs a little therapy, a little help, a little treatment, right? Is that a good way to correlate it?
Yeah, I was in a conversation with someone even today. We were talking about this because we were having another conversation about mental health, and this was a fellow leader at WellSpan Health, and she was talking about it's kind of like with blood pressure, because that's a national kind of health concern right now across our country with high blood pressure. That the earlier the better, preventative, trying to make sure so it doesn't get into a much further state where it could be a crisis. Well, the same thing can be said. Just your example is spot on with our own mental health. We don't want to wait till it becomes more critical or a crisis. Earlier is better. It doesn't mean that we actually have to have someone to necessarily go into a counseling session with, but that may be necessary, and we would certainly want to make sure we connect people with those resources. But it's just being able to have these conversations. You sharing your story allows us to have this. We're having it tonight, man.
Yeah.
We're having this tonight, and we're having this conversation. It helps normalize to say, hey, we all have our challenges, and the earlier the better in terms of being able to talk about it. And that's what we're doing here even tonight, to be able to sit here with you again right now, because this conversation matters more now, probably even back then, but it's still, and it's going to be important tomorrow and next month and the years to come. This is wonderful just to be able to come back and be with you here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Same to you, Mike. And when I started going to therapy on like a bi-weekly basis, it was at the end of the 2019 season, and I probably got into one of those spots where I did wait until it got pretty bad, and that's something that, like you just said, that's what you want to head off and fend off and mind your mental health, and we're shining a light on that, so to speak, here tonight.
Absolutely.
But one of the things that I would share that I think would resonate with people. I mean, if you go back to the 2019 season, and I think I said this on the show, we had this exciting team, this exciting run, and there were a lot of nights I just was not into it. I couldn't feel it. I couldn't feel the emotion of it. And I was still making these exciting calls on the air, but that's not how I was feeling inside. So there's a lot of people that are going through that. It might be the person that you're sitting next to right now. You have no idea.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that a lot of people feel that they need to hold that in. And the real shame is that sometimes it gets to the point where it boils over in the wrong manner.
Absolutely, it can get really debilitating at some point in time. And you were sharing before that, so even in your personal journey, that you may have waited a little bit longer than you would have wanted to. But the key is that you ended up reaching out somewhere along the way. A lot of times we don't even realize ourselves that we're struggling maybe as much. And then you mentioned something earlier too, the amount of energy it took you to hide it, to keep it in the shadows. And like you said, you were in a run here with the Revs in 2019, but you couldn't sometimes totally be present with that. It was distracting it was pulling your attention away into kind of those shadows. But the amount of energy that you put in being able to kind of keep it hidden, now when you did come out and share your story, you did reach out, get some support. It wasn't just with the counseling side of things. When you shared your story, what was it like even with your coworkers and colleagues? Because you had to hide it from everyone.
Yeah. Well, you mean like once I did share?
Yeah, once you did share.
Very rewarding.
Yeah.
And you'd hear from a lot of people that you didn't expect to.
Yeah.
That were like, that was awesome. Thanks for sharing. I feel that way too. This is really helpful to hear that. So, and that's why I wanted to do it. And, you see male athletes.
Absolutely.
That was kind of an inspiration for me to do that. So,
and we're seeing it more now. We're seeing it now.
Yeah.
I mean, within this last year, high profile athletes in the top of their respective sports that are coming out talking about their own mental health journeys,
Yeah.
And we talked about it even back then, but now that the list has even grown even longer. So, but I think you mentioned something that was really important. We don't know each other's story, and we just need to make sure that we're still looking out for each other, being empathic and caring with one another. And the more that we do that, these small gestures of just this kindness, care, and compassion can be monumental in being able to show someone that, there's still good people around. We're here to support you. Those kinds of things. And then just the fact that you've shared your story, it sends a clear message that we don't have to struggle in isolation. Let's bring it out into the light and let's keep it there. And that's what we're even doing here. This is like, a couple years later, and we're sitting here tonight talking about it again.
Yeah, I never once regretted it. Never once was. I'm very happy that we did that show together.
Yeah.
All this time later. So I know you and I could talk about this all night. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the Revs bullpen to see when Jorge Martinez might be ready to go tonight.
Absolutely, I know. We have a game here.
We
have a game.
We do. So I don't want to miss that. What are some resources that people can look into if they're feeling that way right now?
So I appreciate you saying that. So I would say that there are several things that people can do. So you have local community agencies. It's all about trying to come together, pulling the resources together. National Association on Mental Illness, NAMI, or Mental Health America. We also have wellspanphilhaven.org is the resource. We shared it during our Mindset Matters series for all kinds of resources, and you can tap into that as well. The National Crisis Text Line, 741-741. You text TALK or HELP or CONNECT. You're going to get someone 24/7, 365. And then there's also the National Suicide Prevention or Lifeline Network. That's a 1-800 number, 1-800-273-8255. Those are just a few resources. But the other thing that was powerful was that, we're trying to create this dialogue and this conversation so we can just also lean on our fellow friends, coworkers, and colleagues. We each get a chance to play a role in that. So I appreciate you sharing your story, man. I know we have a game, and we got to focus. We got to focus on this too. But thank you for allowing us to, have this conversation again and shine a light on mental health.
Always. Well, I know you frequent Revs games to some extent with Wellspan, and so I'd love to have you back in at some point.
It's a beautiful ballpark too, and I
can't tell if we're going to be in a delay or not because they're hidden down in the corner. They had to do so much field work to get ready tonight, but I guess we better take a break.
Yeah.
And Mike, thank you very much. Great to have you in the booth here tonight, and let's do it again.
I would love to do that, man. It's great to see you again, Daryl. Thank you.
You as well. That's Dr. Michael Dillard, Director of Wellspan Employee Assistance Program and licensed psychologist as well. Our special guest tonight. We'll take a break. We'll hear from Mace. He is always our special guest on the pregame. The Racehorse Tavern Managers Report is next.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Racehorse Tavern Managers Report. Now here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace, day game yesterday against Lancaster to finish that series, and let's start right at the top with your starting pitcher yesterday. Morandi had kind of an interesting trek through that one and then really seemed to figure things out. How would you describe what was going on with him?
Yeah, just a little erratic in the first inning. Gave up the 3 runs, but then he was actually able to, to settle down and get through 5 innings anyway.
And the first inning, it was kind of 2-strike hits. The second inning, it was walks. He was able to avoid any damage there and then hit his rhythm. But was it the same thing first inning to second inning or a little bit different thing that he had to work through?
Well, I think actually he started throwing more breaking balls, I think, after the first inning. And, I know he likes to do that anyway. So I think he started to get a little better command of the slider. And then he was able to keep the ball down in the zone. Early in the game, it just might be, adrenaline or something like that. A lot of pitches were like shoulder high, letter high. He just was having a hard time getting the ball down. I think just maybe overthrowing right there. But, but then he settled in and actually did a pretty good job after that.
Now, he got burned once, and then Duke got burned once in relief by Dugan, who's been scalding hot. And is it just missed pitches with him? Is it guys just not executing what the plan is?
Yeah, exactly. He's a good hitter. We won't take that away from him because even if pitchers make mistakes, they don't always get deposited out of the ballpark. So he's taking advantage of some poor location on our part as far as where the pitches are. But the game plan that we have for him is not what we're executing in the game. So we're going to have to focus really hard. We see them again next weekend, so we'll have to focus on making sure we try to do a better job with him.
Well, one of the biggest positives yesterday, you saw Nelly hit his second home run of the year, first one in a while, and he went to right center. Is that a really good sign to see where he hit it yesterday?
I think so, and the single was kind of the same way, right? I mean, I think both balls were the opposite way. So I know Polo had those guys out there a couple days ago with some early work, and there was a lot of hitting the ball the backside. So it seemed like it paid off pretty well for him. I mean, and even Franco had a base hit the other way too. So I mean, it's good to see when your hitters are actually going the other way too and not trying to pull everything. So hopefully that'll be a good start for both those guys.
Not an inning that's going to get highlighted based on the way the game played out, but Joe Hendry in the ninth inning, 1, 2, 3 in relief, kind of gets hidden the way that game played out. But he's been really good for you. And is this the performance that you envisioned when you kind of carved out this role for him this year?
Well, I knew he was capable. He had some good outings last year, and even he had some really good starts for us too. But he's really not going to be a ninth inning guy for us. But yesterday, just because of the way the game was going and availability, I figured I'd use him there just so he can get some work. But I like him first after the starter, like we did the first night here against the Barnstormers, where he came in right after the starter, and he pitched the sixth inning, I think, and then we had somebody, Martin for the seventh and Almeida for the eighth, and then Fuller for the ninth. So I wish we'd be able to get to that situation every night, but but that's basically where I see Jahendry would be, somewhere right after the starter.
Lexington coming in for the first time. Are you looking forward to seeing Tejeda?
Oh yeah, for sure. We love Tejeda here. I mean, he spent some time in Mexico, and I'm pretty sure he was trying to get to Mexico again this year. So then I think there's a visa thing, which is why he was late, like a lot of the visa players. But no, we look forward to seeing him. He was a really good player when he was here, and I'm sure he'll help them too.
And facing J.J. Hoover tonight, who now, we've seen a pretty fair amount the last 2 years. Do you feel like you've got a good handle on how he tries to work guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. He pitched the same way to us at their ballpark this year as he did last year. So I just think, and he's their pitching coach too. So I think J.J., I think he's just going to be himself out there. We'll see the same guy, just like every pitcher is who they are. So I don't think he's going to try to reinvent anything right now. Just he'll go with what he knows.
All right, Mason, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Racehorse Tavern Managers Report. Revs have just taken the field. Let's listen in on tonight's anthem.
Fans, please rise if you're able. Remove all headwear and welcome Gabriella Linnell, a sophomore at Red Lion Area High School. She is in the School of Commercial Dance at Greater York Dance with a lead in their musical theater production of The Jungle Book, set to perform in June. And now, Gabriella Linnell for the performance of our national anthem presented by Americhoice Federal Credit Union.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That was Gabriella Linnell from Greater York Dance with our national anthem here tonight. Again, the Revs have taken the field. It has turned out to be a beautiful night come game time, despite that cell that we had here earlier today that tried to wreck everything in its sight. And the starting lineups for tonight's game brought to you by Flying Feet. For Lexington, they will have this lineup. Boog Powell in center field leads things off. Philip Irvin, the right fielder, hits second. Courtney Hawkins in left field will bat third. And our buddy Isaias Tejeda plays first base tonight and is hitting cleanup. Ryan Jackson at shortstop hits fifth. Blake Swihart, the DH, will hit sixth. Montrell Marshall at third base is batting seventh. Pete Jorgen behind the plate is hitting eighth. And Cesar Cuevas is the second baseman batting ninth. Again, it's Powell, Irvin, Hawkins, Tejeda, Jackson, Swihart, Marshall, Jorgen, and Cuevas for Lexington, with J.J. Hoover on the mound. For the Revs tonight, they will have Troy Stokes Jr. in right field leading things off. Elmer Reyes, the shortstop, hits second. Melky Mesa in left field bats third. Cleanup man is Nelly Rodriguez playing at first base. Carlos Franco, the third baseman, hits fifth. Josue Herrera will DH and bat sixth. Jack Kenley at second base is hitting seventh. Lenine Rodriguez behind the dish will bat eighth. And Jeffrey Perez in center field is batting ninth. Again, Stokes, Reyes, Mesa, Rodriguez, Franco, Herrera, Kenley, Rodriguez, and Perez, with Jorge Martinez making the start, Jake, and he's been one of the Revs' most consistent starters here early this season.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about it every time he takes the mound. He's a guy that's not going to be afraid to attack the zone. He'll come at guys with a lot of different arm angles and really has the tendency, when he gets that slider going, to get it really going and throw it at any count he wants. 8 strikeouts in his start last time out against Lancaster, which was huge because up until that 5th inning, there wasn't really much, and the game was really in his hands, and he took control. So the Revs can only hope that he can replicate that performance, and if you're trying to break out of a losing streak, he's the kind of guy you want on the hill.
1-2 with a 3.60 ERA in 4 starts, 20 innings, 20 hits, and only 4 walks, 20 strikeouts. Opponents have hit .247. First time facing the Legends. Revs lost 2 out of 3 in Lexington during the first week of the season, but Jorge did not pitch in any of those games. Revs did face Hoover and had some success against him. Now York in the home whites. They get the white panel hat here tonight as Powell digs in. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is a fastball just outside. We are underway tonight at 6:35. Lexington in their blue jerseys with the green sleeves here on the road tonight. The 1-0, and Powell tries to bunt his way on and bunts right through it. The first time that we saw Lexington, which was April 26th, Powell hit the second pitch for a leadoff home run. It was the 1-1, and that misses outside. He's got 3 home runs, hitting .262. He actually got banged up that night, missed the next game, but then was back for the Thursday game. Pitch to him. He tries to bunt his way on. It's a good one. Drags it toward first. Jorge over. He flips and not in time. And Powell with a bunt hit to start the night. Nelly stayed at first, and Jorge tried to scramble over, get to it, and flip it. And on a close play, Powell is safe. And he will run. He's got 5 steals in 6 tries as well.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you can do with Powell's speed at the top of the order. Set the offense up early.
82 degrees, partly cloudy. A little bit of sunlight making its way through. Our weather brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. And here's Philip Irvin. He's hitting .256, couple of home runs. Jorge from the belt delivers, drops down the arm angle, misses just away. Irvin against York in that first get together was 4 for 13 with 3 doubles. Powell held at first. Pitch is a slider, and it's across for a strike. Our plate ump tonight, John Lamatina. Joe Del Balso at first. Dave Shirk is the umpire at third. Now move to first, and Powell will tiptoe back. Legends middle of the pack and steals as a team, 4th. Now, one thing with them, they're last in team batting, 251, just behind York, but 4th in runs. Pitch, it is a fastball away. And kind of like York, Revs are 8th in batting, but 5th in runs. But Lexington, they are 1 off the league lead in home runs with 30. And they are tops in walks. 2-1 pitch. It is a slider and a good one. Across for strike 2. And Martinez back to even things up. Legends 4 and 5 on the road. 7 and 9 is their home record. Jorge sets the 2-2 and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Steady dose of sliders, and Irvin ends up waving and one-handing at 1 down and away.
Yeah, Jorge's a guy that's not going to overpower you with his fastball. Like we said, relies a lot on those breaking pitches, and that was a great slider right there, allowing him to get a good number of strikeouts without necessarily great velocity.
Well, the board here at the stadium says 82 degrees. I guess it's more like 77. The sun beating against that thing, but it's very pleasant after what we went through earlier. Here's Courtney Hawkins. First pitch is cut on and missed, and he almost lost his balance afterward, backing away. Trying to get to Jorge's breaking ball and was out in front. Now working on the footing of his cleats as he makes his way back up there. Hawkins hitting .344, 7th in the league. Leads the league in homers by 2. He's got 10. Leads in RBIs by 5. He's got 30. Pitch, and a swing and a fly ball off the end of the bat. It's a pop-up just behind second. Kenley is back. He's got it on the fringe of the outfield. And Hawkins retired for out number 2.
Yeah, there was a lot of maneuvering with the batter's box there for Courtney Hawkins. Of course, Lexington coming from their lovely turf.
Here comes our old pal Isaias Tejeda, who's 3 for 10 with the Legends since being unleashed from visa trials and tribulations. He's got a home run and the double so far. First pitch, breaking ball, it is on the outside. It's a called strike.
Yeah, gave a nice little gesture and wave to some of his former friends in the Revs dugout as he dug into the box.
Was here 2016 through 19, on and off. There's the 0-1, Powell fakes going, pitches away. Lenine came up ready to snap it. And Tejeda 4th in Revs history in career batting, .326. Tied for 5th in games played. 5th in homers. He hit 51 during his Revs career. 1-1 pitch and a swing and a miss, a slider. 2nd in total hits. Malky will be eventually trying to eclipse him in that category. A lot of doubles for Tejeda, 102 in a Revs uniform, the 2nd most. Jorge ahead. Here's the 1-2, and a slider just missed away. Tejeda would have caught Jorge briefly at the beginning of the 2016 season. That year, Isaias is first in York. The Braves signed him. Then he came back. But Jorge that year went to Mexico. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Another slider and works past the bunt single from Boog Powell, who never advanced from first base. 2 strikeouts in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. And at the end of a half, it's the Legends nothing. The Revs coming up.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving the community for more than 155 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make our communities great, and to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
April showers means May flowers. As spring blooms and lawns are growing, so are we at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our team at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care is growing, and we're seeking qualified candidates to grow with us. Join our world-class team-based environment and get your foot on the lawn of a new career with the leading provider of lawn care, tree care, and landscaping services in York, Adams, and Cumberland counties. Be part of our team. Find out more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Hey, Fred, did you see that Shipley Energy was hiring CDL drivers?
Really? My buddy works there. He's been driving for them for over 20 years. Must be a nice place to work.
Yeah, I saw online that they're hiring transport drivers and propane and heating oil delivery drivers.
Do you need to have a hazmat?
Nah, they'll help us get one. They also give 4 weeks vacation, benefits like healthcare, and we'll get to be home every night.
I'm going to check it out tonight.
Yeah, man. Go to shipleyenergy.com/drive and apply. It took me less than 5 minutes.
I'm pulling it up on my phone right now.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. Catch York Revolution baseball right here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Good first inning from Jorge Martinez, working around the leadoff bunt hit. Revs will face J.J. Hoover, who's 2-2, 5.08 ERA and 5 starts. He's also their pitching coach. 7th in the league in innings at 28 1/3. He's given up 34 hits, but only 9 walks. 21 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .296. No score as Troy Stokes Jr. digs in. The first pitch from Hoover tonight is over for a strike. Overhand delivery from Hoover, who's 6'3", 240. Big fella. It's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss. Stokes going up around belt high or a little higher. Troy hitting .295. 3 homers, 12 knocked in. He's top 10 in the league in runs. 9th with 19. Here's the wind, the pitch. And it is in tight. Stokes, the first series in Lexington, was 5 for 15, couple of doubles. He went 1 for 3 the game that the Revs faced Hoover. 1 for 3 against Hoover, I should say, as he pops this one up, fouling out of play right side. So most of the guys in the order have seen him once this year. We saw him a bunch last year. The game that he started against York was that very forgettable 10:05 a.m. game that they lost 13-12 in 10. They did get to Hoover for 4 in the first inning, though. Pitch is swung on, popped up at first base. Tejeda coming down the line. It's the catcher Jorgen in foul territory, and he's got it. Over to the first base side of the home plate cutout, 1 away. The Revs had 4 runs on 5 hits in the first inning against Hoover that day. 1 more run in the third, but then a quiet finish. He hung in to go 5, gave up 5 runs, 4 earned. No base runners the last 2 innings, and just 1 run his last 4 innings. So he kept them in it as Elmer Reyes looks at a ball outside. Reyes is tied for 9th in the league in hitting, 337. Here at home, 371. Pitch Swings and fouls it back over the roof. Well, he was 1 for 2 against Hoover just over 3 weeks ago now. Time flies, even when you're dealing with the IT department. It's the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball off third base. Tight to the line. Marshall gets in front of it. Plants, fires, and gets Reyes. Tejeda receiving it right around dirt high. Not sure if he actually had to pick it or not. He'll get a fist bump from Sandy, who's back from his sojourn.
Sabbatical.
Wonder what he did with all that free time. Marshall must have had Reyes played near the line. He was on that sharply hit grounder right away. They're 2 down, base is empty. Here's Malky. And the first one is in tight as he twists away. I thought we were done with that when Lancaster left. Malky had a 2-run double off Hoover, the first pitch he saw this season. As Hoover misses low, Malky made his debut that morning in April and jumped on the first pitch and ripped a 2-run double. He's hitting .304 coming in tonight, 3 home runs, 9th in RBIs with 21. And swings and misses here. Had a good cut at it, 2 balls, 1 strike. Hoover, a long time big league reliever, mostly with Cincinnati. Winds and deals, and it's outside. And a pretty good Cincinnati fan base in the Lexington area. Cincinnati borders Kentucky. 3-1. It is a little bit low. And Malky on the walk. That'll get Nelly Rodriguez to the plate.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. Nelly got his 2nd home run in the ball game yesterday, going to right center field, which is one factor. And then you just have to wonder if not fearing for his life every time he's in the batter's box will be a psychological edge for the next week. And then, you know, we'll see what happens next weekend. But let's not look ahead.
First pitch this time, a breaking ball that starts at him and hooks over for a strike. Well, I mean, on a nightly basis against Lancaster, he had one up by his ear. So, really getting sick of seeing that. Nelly at 250, blasted his 2nd home run yesterday, went to the opposite field. Pitch to him is swung on and driven that way, but foul.
Yeah, and even though hitting hasn't been necessarily where Nelly probably wanted to be this early in the season, he's still making an impact. 6th in the league in on-base percentage, pretty much because of those 25 walks.
No score here in the first tonight. Here's the 0-2, and it is up and in. Good take. Nelly's first home run came at Lexington. Tape measure job, and then hit one yesterday to right center, part of a 2-hit day. Had a hit the night before that. Pitch, and he swings and dribbles a foul over by the Lexington third base dugout. The Legends were in High Point last night, had the overnight ride. As Nelly tries to shake the mud loose from his cleats. Hoover hunched forward, leaning in, looking, shook off at least 3 times, now ready. A 1-2, fastball up and away. Jorgen tried to pull it back and frame it. This is Lexington's only visit. Pitch to Nelly, swing and a miss. And a curveball from Hoover gets him. Hoover does feature the curveball and strikeout counts quite a bit. No runs, no hits, 1 runner left. We've played an inning tonight. Revs and Legends scoreless.
At WellSpan Health, we're here for you, like the relationships that count. Family, good friends, and neighbors. WellSpan primary care physicians and providers believe in the strength of those relationships. And just like family, we listen. That's how we discover the best way to help you in your wellness journey. When you choose WellSpan for primary care, you gain a network of over 2,600 of the best experts in the region for complex care, like specialists for cancer, heart disease, and orthopedics. We make it easy to connect with simple online visits and our My WellSpan app. And with convenient locations close to your neighborhood, you don't have to travel very far. Choose WellSpan for primary care because we're your friends and neighbors. After all, we know you, we care, and it shows. Start your relationship today. Visit wellspan.org/primary care.
What recreational sport is sweeping the country? It's pickleball, a blend of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. It's great fun for everyone, young and old. Where can you find the right footwear for pickleball? Flying Feet sports shoes, of course. Come try Acacia, the official footwear brand for USA Pickleball. The Dink Shot and the new Signature Pro models are both designed exclusively for pickleball. It's time for you to get onto the court, but stay out of the kitchen with Acacia Pickleball shoes. You'll find them now at Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue in York.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Rager going on as we come back from break. No score as we head to the second inning tonight. Jorge Martinez and J.J. Hoover with strong first frames. And Ryan Jackson will lead things off for Lexington. Seen Jackson with many Atlantic League teams now. Long Island among the most recent and longest tenure. Sugar Land before that. And steps in hitting .204 for the Legends. Is talented defensively. And Jorge's first pitch, a swing and a fly ball straight away center. Jeffrey reads it, now trots in. And into shallow right center. He'll make the one-hand grab. One pitch, one out. I'll bring up Blake Swihart, former top prospect, 26th overall pick of the Red Sox in 2011. DHing for the Legends. He's hitting .197, couple of home runs, 6 RBIs. Switch hitter. Uh-oh, something loose in center field. The gate, maybe?
I thought they were just playing a severe pool shift. Melky was walking over towards downtown's playground. I just thought they were playing in the pool.
On the first pitch to him, it is down and in. Swihart, a bunch of walks early in the year. He is selective. 1-0. And he swings here, fouls it off, third base side.
I also got to say, I really love the fact he's a no batting gloves guy. You don't see too many of those nowadays.
Old school. It's the 1-1. And he swings and pops it up foul off to the third base side again. It's part of the Red Sox World Series championship team in 2018. He's in the big leagues 2015 through 19 with Boston, then Arizona. Pitch, it is upstairs. Best friend of Alex Bregman. Grew up playing travel ball together. The wind and the pitch. And a swing and a foul tip back. Base is empty, 1 out, second inning. Martinez, short sidestep to the wind, lifts and fires, and a swing and a line drive, base hit pulled into right. So the Legends with their second hit, and as advertised, Swihart not an easy out despite hitting below 200. He hung in with foul balls and got one he could hit.
Yeah, great piece of hitting from a very experienced hitter in Swihart. Worked until he got a pitch he was able to drive.
Now here is Montrell Marshall, corner infielder. He's at third base tonight. Big presence in the right-hand box, 6'5", 240 is listed as. First pitch, he swings and fouls it back over the roof. Marshall hitting .260. 1 home run, 10 driven in. Another guy with Cincinnati ties, former draft pick. Pitch is swung on and missed, a slider. 12th rounder of the Reds in 2014 out of high school in Georgia. Got to Class A Dayton during his 4 years in the Reds system. Here's the 0-2, and he swings and pops it up foul, headed for the crowd, first base side this time. And that seat does not have a window on it, but if it did, it would need Window World.
Seats with windows. Part of the future, maybe.
Did I stretch that one a little bit?
No, maybe one day everyone will be able to sit in their own little box.
Yeah.
Air conditioning. That'd be great.
Another 0-2, and a swing and a foul tip. Just nicked it behind home. Don't give away all your good ideas.
Yeah, I might need to take that one to the patent office real quick. I just want some credit when it happens. I'll pull this up.
It'll be called the Jake. Pitch, that is down and away.
The Jake could be a lot worse than a boxed-in chair. Especially if you ask some people.
Yeah, anyway. It's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Jorge wins the battle. Slider down and away. Strikeout number 3. Like you mentioned, he's been a strikeout guy, and most of it has been with that breaking stuff. He's not going to light up the radar gun, but he'll get a lot of swings and misses.
It's very confusing as a hitter to see a guy come at you from multiple different arm angles with the same pitch, which might make him more effective than anything, not coming from the same arm slot.
Here's Pete Jorgen. Now overhand, and Lenine couldn't handle it. It was outside, but looked like it should have been caught. And deflects to the backstop. Swihart moves up. That looks like the early indication is wild pitch. I might sometimes throw the catcher for a loop, too. Swihart into scoring position. Jorgen is 6 for 20 at the plate, hitting .300. The backup catcher to Jose Briseño, who they're giving the night off tonight. 1-0, and he tries to check. Slider, it's a called strike anyway. Now the Revs will be in Lexington to face both the Legends and Genomes in a few weeks. This is the Legends' only visit here. 1-1, and a slider. There's a called strike.
And speaking of the Genomes, we have to mention and give our congratulations to the guy who probably would have won the Atlantic League MVP had it not happened. Riley Mahan signed with the San Francisco Giants today. So pitchers everywhere say thank you to the Giants, and congrats to Riley.
He was a beast. Jorge with the pitch. Slider off the plate away, 2-2.
Now, if any major league clubs are listening, Lancaster has a great first baseman, and Kelly Dugan hits for a lot of pop, You'll love him. Please. By next week, hopefully.
I would be happy to never see him again. There's the stretch from Jorge. Now the 2-2, and a swing and a foul tip to the netting. I mean, that sounded harsh, like we met his dad, but I'd be happy to never see him bat here again. Now the Genomes make 2 visits to York, once here in a couple of weeks and then in August. Now we only faced them once in Kentucky. The schedule is just incredible. Martinez with the 2-2 again, and a breaking ball right down the chute. He locked him up, called third strike, back-to-back strikeouts to end the inning, and Martinez with 4 through the first 2. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless.
I felt like my well-being was tied to the morning stock numbers. I wanted to invest, but grew tired of the stress of potential losing it all. A friend of mine suggested I talk to Tom Dasher about a fixed index annuity that could be a stable option while still seeing potential growth. Tom has been helping folks here in York County for over 30 years. Give him a call at 717-487-2096 to see if he can assist you.
Tee off this season on the best layout in Pennsylvania and experience Royal Manchester Golf Links, bringing you to the coast of the British Isles while never leaving your backyard. Our unique Pure Links layout in the rolling hills of York County gives golfers an experience like none other, featuring 18 pristine holes with picturesque views of the countryside and consistently ranked one of the top public courses in the state. Also offering outings and event bookings. Book your tee time today at 717-268-0490 or nab our online specials at RoyalManchesterGolfLinks.com.
Hey man, I know how you feel. That guy down the street, the one with the fancy lawn, those weekend get-togethers, the big family barbecues, and the barefoot kids and wife outside working on her tan. Hey, it's no secret. It's greener on that side of the fence. It's Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Greener grass on your side of the fence is just a quick phone call away. For world-class care right in your backyard, call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, 717-292-9994.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
No score as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. Jorge Martinez looking sharp here early tonight. Rebs with Carlos Franco, Josue Herrera, and Jack Kenley. 3 lefties coming up against J.J. Hoover. Pete Jorgen is having a problem with his paraphernalia. Adjusting the shin guard. Now we're ready. Franco hitting .230. He's tied for 4th in the league in homers with 7, tied for 2nd in ribbies with 25. Behind only Hawkins. And the first pitch of the inning is inside. When the Revs were in Lexington, Franco in that series was 5 for 15, 3 homers, 10 driven in. Had a double and a walk against Hoover. He's a Pennsylvania guy. He's from Pittsburgh. Winds and delivers. And a swing, a grounder foul off the front of the Revs dugout. I wonder if he says some words the same way Mace does.
Such as?
I don't know. Sewer instead of sewer.
All right, I mean, when you think of Pittsburgh, you usually think of yins.
There's a breaking ball down low. I've never heard Mace say that.
Really?
Nope.
Okay. Gotta see what else they got.
I mean, maybe Washington, PA has its own dialect.
It could be. I don't really know. I'm a York guy through and through.
There's a pitch up and away, 3-1. I couldn't believe some of the moments that we've had that went quote-unquote viral. Pitch is swung on, hit way up in the air in center. Powell coming in. And under it waiting, still tiptoeing forward, makes the grab. That's out number one. I do not read comments, but we had an all-star game clip when TrackMan was new.
Yes, I do remember that.
Somebody said about me, people talk like that there in York. I don't even know what I said, but
I don't know. Just apparently not to that person's satisfaction. You know what's funny? I saw that clip, and I had always been a big fan of robot umps because I'm tired of seeing Angel Hernandez and company call games.
Well, he stinks, yeah. Here's Herrera who takes a strike.
And what's funny is that clip went viral, and that pitch was a strike. It was just a horrible receiving job by the catcher. Then again, there's been some bad moments for TrackMan as well.
Curveball, and it buckled back for a strike, 0-2.
But I love using it to fit our narrative now on the broadcast, now that we have that with us.
Oh, we have no agendas, do we? There's the wind, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He gets Herrera to elevate. And Hoover with his second strikeout. No score, second inning. Jack Kenley to the plate next. I have to ask Jack. I'll get a good, honest answer from him. Do I talk weird?
Yeah, I mean,
because
they definitely have a distinct dialect in Arkansas.
He's all southern and everything. He swings here, lines one to center, and a base hit. Attacks the first pitch and rips it back up the middle. Dead to center, and a two-out base hit.
Yeah, back-to-back games with base hit now for Jack.
Now here comes Large. Lenin Rodriguez up to 290. One homer, 6 knocked in. He also happens to be our Checkers RBI guy in the park tonight. Hoover the pitch out of a slide step and pours it across, a strike. Hoover, 34 years old. He's set and comes home, slide step again, and a swing and a miss. Got away with a high breaking ball. Hoover, a 10th round pick of the Braves back in 08 out of junior college in Alabama, Calhoun Community College. Fires and misses outside. Been in the majors mostly with Cincinnati, also Arizona and Milwaukee. Fires home, and it is down low. Good eye from Lenin. Traded to the Reds right at the beginning of the 2012 season for Juan Francisco. Went back to Atlanta in that deal. And Hoover, pretty early that season, got his first call up and had a very successful rookie year as Lenin asks for time and backs out.
You shrug there like you don't remember the name Juan Francisco.
I do not. Am I supposed to? Pitch to Rodriguez is down and away.
I mean, I can show you pictures during the break, but he was a short, pudgy-looking dude that hit absolute tanks.
Really?
Yeah. Let me.
Why don't I remember? I remember Ben Francisco.
He was with the Jays for a little bit, I think. Let's see. Looking it up now.
I just didn't want him to take away my focus from Revs baseball. I don't remember him. There's a ground ball to second base. Cuevas right there. He's got it. Throws over to first, and that will end the inning. No runs on. Yeah, you did find him. No runs on one hit, and one runner left. We'll go to the third. Revs and Legends still scoreless.
Spring is in the air, and Harvey's Rental can get you prepared for what's ahead. With the biggest selection of steel products on the market, Harvey's Rental will get you set for your next home project. From lawn and garden equipment, pressure washers, post hole diggers, and more, Harvey's Rental has it all. Have a special get-together or graduation coming up? Harvey's Rental has what you need to make your party memorable. Celebrating 60 years. Visit them in person at 1409 South George Street in York or online at harveysrental.com.
The Revs are back. The 15th season of York Revolution Baseball continues this weekend at People's Bank Park. Friday, the Revs shine a light on mental health awareness and welcome Greater York Dance. Saturday, salute to military service and a custom jersey auction presented by Community Progress Council. Sunday, Superheroes Assemble. The first 500 kids get a super t-shirt presented by Penn State Health Children's Hospital. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS. YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Coatman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
On to the third inning tonight, no score. Revs and the Lexington Legends. Jorge Martinez will face 9-1-2 coming up. Cesar Cuevas is first. Cuevas, the second baseman, hitting .246 with a home run. Lexington last year had unbelievable offensive team. First pitch for Martinez, a fastball strike. Really one of the best offenses in league history. It was a weird year, but still. It's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss. Now the people in Lexington are probably now like, what do you mean by that? But it was a tough year for the pitchers, but they still had an eye-popping attack. It's the 0-2 and a swing and a miss. Jorge gets him on 3 pitches. He has struck out 5 total now, 3 in a row. Another one coming on the slider. We go to the top of the order. Boog Powell, who bunted for a base hit his first time up. And Jorge, now that was a leadoff bunt hit to start the game. Jorge went K, pop-up K after that. Franco in at third. First pitch fastball is in for a strike. Deals, and it is down and in.
Yeah, and after that first inning bunt single, there was some conversation between Jorge and Nally sort of sorting out everything, so you have to think they have a confined plan of attack if Powell were to square again.
Here's the 1-1, and he swings and hits a comebacker. One hop to Martinez, he's got it, takes his time trotting to first and tosses it over. And 2 up, 2 down. Now Philip Irvin with the bases empty and 2 away. Irvin a strikeout, his first AB. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Revs are in good standing. First pitch from Martinez. It is over for a strike. The lights start to come on here. The 0-1. And a swing and a miss. Irvin tried to kill it. And that slider bent away before it got to him. Ready quickly, they set up off the plate. Pitch is swung on, pulled on the ground to short. Elmer charges, throws across his body and got him. And a great 1-2-3 third for Jorge. He is dialed in here early tonight. He didn't waste one trying to get Irvin to chase, just made a good pitch and got the soft contact, and the Legends down in order. We go to the bottom of the third inning, still 0-0.
People's Bank is happy to sponsor the home of the York Revolution, People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, committed to helping their clients achieve their dreams and live confidently. That commitment continues at People's Bank Park, with Revs games, concerts, events, youth sports, and much more. We're proud to partner with the York Revolution, and we look forward to seeing you at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
York North Rotary Summerfest has an elevated experience for you June 11th, noon to 4 at People's Bank Park in York. Enjoy craft beer samples, delicious snack vendors, wine and spirits samples and sales. Kitty Back will be rocking the stadium. Search York North Summerfest on Eventbrite for tickets and information. See you there.
Need an excavating contractor for your upcoming project? Get it done locally and get it done right with Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating. Locally owned and in business since 2005, Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating is a small excavating and landscaping business offering demolition, excavating, landscaping, foundations, concrete, sewer and water hookups, lot clearing, welding, fabrication, and more. Located in Windsor at 30 North Blacksmith Avenue, Barnes & Barnes will get the job done right. Call Scott to schedule your project at 717-515-3495. That's 515-3495. Or email him at barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com. That's barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It is Mental Health Awareness Night here at People's Bank Park. And the County of York is here shining the light on Mental Health Awareness Month with many local providers to bring awareness and break the stigma of mental health. Visit the booth on the concourse here tonight at People's Bank Park.
Yeah, plenty of different booths on the concourse today highlighting mental health. And, of course, we had a great interview on air, which was nice to continue to spread the message any way we can here at WOOK and with the Revs.
Absolutely. My thanks to Dr. Michael Diller for joining us pregame again. The Jeffrey Perez will lead things off for York. It'll be Perez, Stokes, Reyes here in the third inning. Revs with one walk, one hit off Hoover so far. Everything with 2 outs. First pitch to Jeffrey is cut on and foul tipped into the mid. Perez hitting just 195. He did go 2 for 3 against Hoover in Kentucky 23 days ago. It's the 0-1, and it is in off the plate. I mentioned Hoover that rookie year with Cincinnati at 2.05 ERA, 2012 at age 24. Fires and a swing and a bouncer, and Hoover juggles but makes the grab and fires to first. Sharply hit comebacker, and it tried to sneak out of the tip of his glove, but he regathered.
Yeah, and maybe if it had sneaked out, Jeffrey with his speed could have gotten an infield single, but Hoover, great hand-eye coordination, able to watch that all the way in.
My kids should have great hand-eye coordination because I can't get them to stop playing video games. It should help, right? Here's Stokes, who fouled out to the catcher his first time. He takes down and in.
Hey, I still play a ton of video games. I think I turned out all right.
Yeah.
I'll walk out.
Yeah, you did. All right. Hoover the windup, the 1-0. And that is inside. I look at my video game console every day. Just don't have time to turn it on. But there it sits. It's the 2-0 and a fastball over for a strike. Collecting dust. Now the 2-1 and a curveball, strike. Now Hoover, his second year in the majors, a 2.86 ERA and 69 outings. The following year, his third year, struggled, but what a rebound. He fires, and a swing and a pop-up at short. Ryan Jackson coming in toward the infield grass, and he's got it. His third year in the majors, he went 1-10 with an ERA in the high 4s, but then came back the next year, 2015, and went 8-2 with an ERA under 3. And oftentimes, such is the life of a reliever, and big league teams trying to put bullpens together. Hope a guy has a bounce back year when you sign him, or does what he did the previous year as Elmer takes the ball outside. Reyes a ground out to third his first time up. Here's the 1-0. And he swings, drives it deep the other way, right field. Irvin toward the corner. It is down, and a one hops the wall. It's a fair ball, and Elmer on his way into second. He's there standing with a 2-out double. There were some games earlier this week where that ball probably stays up and gets out, but he'll take the double. His 30th hit of the year, top 5 in the league now.
Yeah, that was a great job by Elmer staying on that pitch, taking it the other way. And, you know, I think the message for these hitters the past few days, it's really easy to pull the ball in this park if you're a right-handed hitter, but where you'll find most of your success is taking the pitches away that these pitchers will try to throw you to neutralize that.
Here's Melky, who walked in the first inning, and he'll try to open the scoring here. No score in the third. First pitch is swung on and missed. Got a fastball up and pulled the trigger. And it's an easy thing to acknowledge. It's a tough thing to totally commit to. Left field here is very inviting. Pitch is off the plate away. See it there with Hoover. You want to pitch to right field, to the right side of the stadium. Elmer takes his lead. Cuevas not holding, now inching a little closer. Pitch is swung on and missed. A slider up. Melky chuckles to himself. And back in, tapping the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to get Reyes home after the 2-out double. Here's the stretch from Hoover. Pitch, it is swung on, line hard, right field at Irvin, who backs up a couple of short steps and makes the grab. That was hit every bit as hard as Elmer's ball was, but right at the right fielder. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left for the Revs in the third. We're going to the fourth. Jake with the play-by-play. York and Lexington scoreless.
Named one of the best advisors in the state and the country, Kevin Smith and the team of Smith Wealth Advisory Group can help you develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, they will guide you on Social Security, pension choices, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, required minimum distributions, taxation, and optimal distribution strategies. For all your retirement planning needs, contact one of the nation's best, Smith Wealth Advisory Group, located right here in York. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Hi, this is Vicki from Brewery Products. Stay tuned to catch the latest episode of Beer Talk airing throughout the day here on WOYK. Each day will feature one of our great brewers and share fascinating stories behind their products. Hear how they got started, how they brew, and their own favorite selections. You might even find a new favorite for yourself. Beer Talk is presented by Brewery Products every day right here on WOYK.
Can't get enough of the Birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the Birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, no score as we head to the top of the fourth inning. Jorge Martinez and J.J. Hoover trading zeros through 3. Jorge, 44 pitches, 32 strikes, including 5 strikeouts. He's got the heart of the order here. 3-4-5. Hawkins, Tejeda, and Ryan Jackson. Game 1 of this weekend series. The only time the Legends will make the trek up to York this season. And here is Courtney Hawkins. First pitch to him is on the outside corner, called strike. And Hawkins was the hero for Lexington in that Wednesday game, as Jorge's 0-1 is off the plate away. Tried to go for the slider that time, but 2 home runs in that game, including the walk-off in the 10th inning for Hawkins. 1-1 this time, another slider too far off. And he's leading the league in a majority of offensive categories, particularly home runs and RBIs, where he has a sizable lead in both. 10 home runs and 30 RBIs. The wind and the delivery, and another slider. Hawkins out in front on that one, 2-2. Hawkins, a former first rounder in 2012. Right after Nick Travieso. And he pokes this one out to stay alive. Can get more detail on that tomorrow, as Travieso is set to take the mound for York. He'll be opposed by righty Daniel Corsino. And then Eduardo Rivera, fresh off of his gem in Lancaster last weekend, will get the Sunday start. 2-2 from Jorge. It's swung on and missed. Went with the slider, and Hawkins chased it. That's number 6 for Jorge. And 1 away here in the 4th. Isais Tejeda now. His 5th season now in the Atlantic League, back after his 4 seasons in York. 326 career hitter in the Atlantic League, 52 homers, 227 RBIs. The first one is across for a strike. Outside corner that time, and he was huge for the championship team in 2017. Jorge's delivery is once again on the corner for a called strike. Hit 300, 17 homers, and 78 RBIs in that season. Also 33 doubles. 0-2 is just off the plate away. Very similar spot, but this one just a little bit off. And he followed that 23 doubles with 40 2 years later in 2019. 1-2 now from Martinez is a check swing and did not offer, just off the plate. Much like the last one, very similar location. Jorge very slider heavy early in this 4th inning. High set. The 2-2 is fouled back. Tejeda staying alive, putting up a nice battle. Getting Hawkins was the first step, but not much easier with Tejeda behind him. First time up, a strikeout victim against Jorge. That was his second. Martinez would love to get number 7 here with him again. 2-2. And once again, just off the plate. Tight zone tonight on this outside corner from John Lamatina. Working it full now. 0-2 to 3-2. Now here's the payoff. Foul back again. Tejeda playing spoiler. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. Again, Martinez got ahead 0-2 on 2 called strikes and hasn't been able to get that corner since. Another payoff. And this one sounds like it broke his bat. Soft roller to shortstop. Elmer on the run to his right and fires across to Nelly for the out. The 8th pitch for the at-bat is what finally gets him, and there's 2 away. Martinez at 58 pitches now. No score, top of the 4th inning. York welcoming the Lexington Legends, last year's Atlantic League champions, to town for the first and only time this year. Second series between the 2 teams. And the first one to Ryan Jackson is across for a strike. Lexington took 2 out of 3 in that first series, 0-1. And this one misses down and away. But the getaway day, or getaway night in that series, was the huge 19-run performance that the Revs had put up. 1-1, and that one's popped up. Right side, behind the plate. Rodriguez over towards the screen, and he runs out of room. It's about 2 rows deep. But that game was one of the first instances of the potency that this lineup has. And 19 after putting up 12 the morning before. 31 runs in 2 games, the best of any stretch 2-game-wise so far this year. The 1-2 swung on and missed. Second of the inning, 7th of the ball game, and we're still scoreless heading to the bottom of the 4th inning.
This is Revolution Manager Mark Mason. I love a great local neighborhood bar, and no matter what night of the week, Racehorse Tavern in Thomasville has something for you. Open 7 days a week, 3 till midnight, Monday through Wednesday, noon until 2 a.m. Thursday through Saturday, and Sundays noon to midnight. Live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, karaoke every Thursday, and bike nights Thursdays throughout the summer. Plus pool leagues Sunday through Thursday, and a 4-season patio with full bar and food service. Stop in and visit my pal Jim DeLisio at the Racehorse Tavern, 738 North Beesicker Road in Thomasville. For more info, visit their website at racehorsetavern.com.
What's the deal with the Dan Patrick Show?
Dan Patrick.
Shouldn't Kawhi be the new Dos Equis guy? Like, wouldn't he be a great man of mystery? Instead of that guy that's supposed to look like Michael Phelps, who took over for the old guy. Yeah, I thought it was one of the, that was like, hey, how about we get a guy who looks like Michael Phelps as the most interesting man in the world? Kawhi would be great because he's so deadpan.
Dan Patrick, mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Drunk driving prevention is a priority at Anheuser-Busch. You can't drive drunk if you don't drive there. Encourage friends to sign the Decide to Ride petition on DecideToRide.com. Brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Uber, Brewery Products, and WOYK. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Well, 4 strong on the mound for Jorge Martinez for the Revs. J.J. Hoover on the other side for the Legends has been just as strong through 3. Again, no score between Lexington and York as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Hoover's at 48 pitches for 29 strikes. Revs will have the middle third of the order here. Nelly Rodriguez, Carlos Franco, and Josue Herrera. And the first 3 innings have followed the same formula. 2 quick outs and then a 2-out base runner that's eventually stranded. Revs looking to right the ship here in the 4th. First pitch to Nelly is hit in the air, right field. Drifting over, Irvin has a play towards the line and finally comes down into his glove for the first out. A lot of hang time there off Nelly's bat, but he's retired. Bringing up Carlos Franco. Had a huge series in Lexington. 5 for 15, 2 doubles, 3 homers, 10 RBIs. And he trails only Courtney Hawkins in RBIs. First pitch is just off the plate away. Hawkins at 30, Franco the next closest at 25. And tries to backdoor breaking ball, and he gets it on the corner. Called strike. Franco now, after yesterday, in a tie with Kelly Dugan and Jack Reinheimer for second on that list. Hitting .227 as a whole, and he fouls this one right back behind the plate. I believe he's going to get some pine tar in between pitches here. Again, 1 and 2. Sun starting to set here at Peoples Bank Park. Again, 6:30 tomorrow. Nick Travieso gets the ball for the Revs. 1-2. And that one's down. Check down to third. No go. Dave Shirk grants the appeal. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Open stance from Franco. Here it comes, 2-2, and just inside. Well, that corner's been tight for both pitchers early in this game. And now time is called as I think Franco got something in his eye. Trying to sort things out. Can't hit if you can't see. He'll be given all the time he needs. Now he's back in the box, ready to go. Again, Josue Herrera on deck. No score. Bottom of the 4th, 1 out. And the payoff is down. Saw that one well. And he's on with a 1-out walk. The first Revs base runner tonight with less than 2 outs, and it sets up an opportunity for Josue Herrera with a runner on. Franco, a nice little pat on the back from Tejeda. Both number 13, ironically. First pitch to Josue is popped up high on the infield. In is Jackson, the shortstop. He calls, now drifting to his left and still makes the catch as he steps over the second base bag. Herrera went after the first pitch and popped it up. Now it's up to Jack Kenley to extend this inning. He's got a base hit already. He had a 2-out single in the second inning, was eventually stranded. Revs looking to give some run support to Jorge Martinez, who's been masterful through 4. Set of the bell from Hoover, now the pitch, and drops a breaking ball in there for a called strike to Kenley. Oh-1, and this one's fouled off to the left side over the Lexington dugout, and it's 0-2. So Jack will have to protect. Again, has one of the 2 Rev hits in the ball game. That second inning single also came with 2 away. Now he's down on the count 0-2. The pitch swung on and missed. Went down with the slider at the feet. Kenley swings through it. Strikeout number 3 on the afternoon for Hoover. And we will go to the top of the 5th inning. Jorge Martinez back out when we come back.
Are you ready for some live music? Get your tickets now for White Rose Music Fest, presented by York College, October 7th and 8th at People's Bank Park in downtown York, home of the York Revolution, featuring headliners Jamie Johnson and Grace Potter. Special guests Margot Price, Lucero, Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors, the Wood Brothers, and Langhorne Slim, Brittany Spencer, and Madeline Edwards. Check out whiterosemusicfest.com for more and for tickets. White Rose Music Fest, presented by York College. Get your tickets now.
The York County Solid Waste Authority turns up the heat every day, on your garbage, that is. Advanced waste-to-energy technology is used to burn garbage at 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit in environmentally controlled combustion units. This reduces air emissions and produces electricity, enough to power 20,000 homes every minute of every day. Visit www.ycswa.com to learn more. In York County, garbage is power.
Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. New FM signal, new website. Get features, live broadcasts, and on-demand game broadcasts and shows online at 989WOYK.com.
Take a look at this day in Revs history, brought to you by York County History Center. And not only a historic day in Revs baseball, but in Atlantic League baseball today, the 24th anniversary of the first Atlantic League game played between Somerset and Atlantic City. It's Blake Swihart, Montrell Marshall, and Pete Jorgen here in the top of the 5th inning. And Swihart swings at the first pitch he sees, and it's into the right field corner, just inside the bag. Swihart thinking too. Stokes will dig it out of the corner and fire it in. And on the first pitch, a leadoff double by Blake Swihart. Well, I was just about to say good old-fashioned pitcher's duel through 4, and then Swihart in scoring position on the first pitch. More specifically this day in Revs history, a former Rev made his way back to the major leagues in 2019. Former Rev Ryan Fierabend, after reinventing himself as a knuckleballer, debuted for the Toronto Blue Jays and ruined the MLB The Show experience for anyone who played the rest of the year. Had to throw that part in there. Marshall's a strikeout victim tonight. Now with the chance after Blake Swihart's leadoff double. First pitch is up and away. Marshall, a .256 hitter this year. 20 hits total, 4 doubles, 10 RBIs. Open stance from the right side, the 1-0. Swung on and missed. Jorge went back to the slider that time, and a good bounce back. Again, no score. We're here in the top of the 5th inning. The Lexington threatening with nobody away. A look back at Swihart now to the plate. 1-1, swung on and missed again. And Jorge's had that slider working all night. It's become an equalizer for him. Now 1-2, the Legends third baseman. Another slider down and away. Backhand block by Rodriguez. Count evened up at 2. Swihart and Jack Kenley having some fun conversation in between pitches. It's 2-2. Here's the pitch, and it's poked out to the right side, foul. For Swihart, that double was his 3rd of the season. Set up Lexington this inning. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Another 2-2 to Marshall. And Jorge thought he had strike 3, just a little in. Draws the count full. Legends making Jorge Martinez work here early in the 5th inning. Swihart's double is just the 3rd hit allowed so far. Payoff pitch. And called strike 3 on the inside corner. Marshall thought about swing, held back, but it's called 3rd strike anyway. The 8th of the night for Jorge. That ties a season high. Now Pete Jorgen with a chance. Bottom 3rd of the order here for the Legends after that double. Martinez would like to settle in. Cesar Cuevas on deck. First delivery. Backdoors a slider and bends it in for a strike. Top of the 5th inning here. And this one's on the ground, right side, but foul. Just outside of the first base bag. 0-2, and very rare to see somebody be over 50% with their breaking pitch. 51% usage so far for Martinez on that pitch. It's been 37 of his pitches. But it's been effective for him. Now he's once again ahead 0-2. A look back now to the plate. And this one's in the dirt, blocked by Rodriguez. J.J. Hoover similarly not fastball heavy, 39% changeup and 31% slider. Makes a little more sense when you consider him being a former reliever. Working out of the starting role for the Legends and also doubling as their pitching coach. One-two on its way and swung on and missed. He thinks it hit the bat. Lenine tags him out. Jorgen's going to try to make the case that that hit his bat. Home plate umpire disagrees. Strikeout number 9. A new season high for Jorge Martinez, 2 away. Cesar Cuevas, the second baseman. He's the last chance for Lexington to avoid stranding that leadoff double. A set and the delivery and poked foul behind the plate. Cuevas is perhaps one of the youngest players in the Atlantic League at just 22 years old. Jack Kenley was, I believe, 23 last year when he first came to York. But 22 seems like a whole different ball game. Pitch from Martinez, swung on and missed. There's that slider again. He's ahead 0-2. Again, Swihart reached on the leadoff double. Since then, it's been back-to-back strikeouts. Jorge looking to make it 3 straight. A look back, now to the plate, and went with the slider again and missed well off. Well, Jorge not the kind of guy to waste too many pitches. That one likely just got away from him. .77 pitches now, and 1 strike away from getting out of another strong inning here in the 5th. He sets to the plate. Swung on and missed. There's that slider again, and for the first time this year, a Rev starter into double-digit strikeouts. 5 scoreless for Jorge Martinez. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, still no score.
Planting a tree, putting in a fence, whatever your project, Columbia Gas reminds you to be safe. And call 811 before you dig and know what's below. Whatever your project, Columbia Gas reminds you to be safe. 3 business days before you start your digging and know what's below. And your utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines near your work area. 3 business days calling 811 is free for Pennsylvania utility companies will come out to mark any underground lines. Law. For more information, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. With its selection of delicious wings, cheesesteaks, and seasonal specials, Granfalloon's Tavern is the place to be all summer long. Located in downtown York, Granfalloon's even features live outdoor music every Saturday night. Open daily at 4 p.m. and noon on Fridays and Saturdays. You can even park in the City Hall parking lot after 5 p.m. Granfalloon's Tavern is a great place for all ages 21 and up. For more information, visit falloons.com and come out to enjoy.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Jorge Martinez, 10 strikeouts through 5. Now the Revs hoping to just get some run support for him. They've been held in check so far by J.J. Hoover. Hoover came into the day 2-2 with a 5.08 ERA, 28 in the 3rd innings with 21 strikeouts and 9 walks. He's got Lenin Rodriguez, Jeffrey Perez, and Troy Stokes Jr. this inning. First 1-2, Lenin is at the letters called strike. We mentioned Hoover, a player coach. There's a couple of them in the Atlantic League. Pitching coach-wise, Darrell Thompson at Southern Maryland. 0-1, and that's inside, and it plunked him. Well, you can never escape it anywhere. I mean, what I think some people may misunderstand is it happens all the time in baseball. It's a matter of intent. That one obviously not intentional to lead off the inning against the 8-hitter. We'll let JJ slide. But in other player coach news, Lou Ford, who is a player/hitting coach for the Long Island Ducks, actually just activated today after starting the season on the IL. Here's Jeffrey Perez with a runner on. First pitch misses up. Perez hit that line drive back to J.J. Hoover that he was able to recover and make the play on a 1-3 ground out. This one is at the knees for a called strike. Perez was back in the leadoff spot yesterday. Went 1 for 5 with a base hit to open things up. 1-1, and he watches a breaker in there for a strike. Beautiful curve that time from Hoover. Dropped right in about thigh high, but had a lot of break on it. Now it's 1-2. The pitch, and swung on and missed. Got him fishing out a slider. He hasn't been afraid to throw that down and in on the left-handed hitters. It's his 4th strikeout of the night. Third time through the order now for York. Troy Stokes Jr. A couple of pop-outs to his record tonight. Back in the lineup and the leadoff spot after getting the day off yesterday. Leonino Rodriguez on first base after being hit by a pitch. First one to Stokes is outside. Again, no score, bottom of the 5th inning. It's the first inning in which the Revs have gotten the leadoff hitter on. Hoping to slowly change their offensive fortunes here tonight against Hoover. 1-0. And this one's down in the dirt. Appeal down, and Stokes not even close to going. After his recent struggles, Troy's average down to .289, but again has shown his skill set, including the 2 home runs last Sunday. This one's a bender that misses down. And he's ahead 3-0. He can lock in on one pitch. Have to wonder if after the hit batter, now a 3-0 count will be taking all the way. Revs have been aggressive on 3-0 counts. Here it comes to Stokes, taking all the way, and he takes off the plate. Ball 4. Maybe you think this is what justifies a pitching coach visit, but Hoover himself is the pitching coach, so he will have a chat with his catcher, Jorgen. See, if I talk to myself, I'm considered crazy, but if he does it, he's just doing his job. Maybe another starter who's not pitching that day gets to act as the guy who goes out to the mound. Time's called. Another ball dropping in from the right field lawn. Irving goes over to retrieve it, toss it back. Carousel in left center field's rocking as well on downtown's playground tonight. Hoover at 69 pitches, and before pitch number 70, we'll get another meeting to the mound. I don't think you usually see that back-to-back before a pitch is even thrown. I didn't know that was allowed, but nonetheless it is. Well, they've got a tough guy at the plate, Elmer Reyes. Already a double in tonight's game. Runner in scoring position now, just one away. Again, no score. Tejeda plays behind Stokes at first. Here's the first pitch to Elmer, up and in. He backs out. Has to bring flashbacks after you see a team for a week straight. And you still got some chin music. 1-0. This one is swung on, popped up, right field. Coming on is Irvin. It's the second baseman, Cuevas, making the call on a basket catch. In shallow right field, 2 away. And a huge bounce back pitch from Hoover there. We'll leave it up to Melky Mesa with 2 away. Melchizedek, who had his hit and on base streak snapped a couple nights back, looking to bounce himself back after a tough couple of nights. 0 for 9 in the last 2 games and 0 for 1 tonight. And now we have another meeting on the mound. Now you hear the People's Bank crowd start to get on him. Again, in a span of 3 pitches, there's been 3 mound visits. I'm going to tell you, the pace of play police not very happy right now. 2 outs, first pitch to Melky is down. It's a tough middle part of the order for York, but you're going to be doing that every pitch. I have to wonder what's going through the minds. 1-0. And a bender, too much down. Nelly's on deck. Hoover's been spotless essentially through 4. Revs have a runner in scoring position, however, 2 away. The pitch is fouled back. Jorgen was out of the stands for a second, and that's well deep into the crowd behind the plate. Melky's ahead 2-1. Hoover looking in, shakes the first one. Now we'll redo the signs and Melky will step out. Maybe the signs were the issue in the last 3 straight visits. Melky's still a 300 hitter despite the struggles the last couple of nights. And he watches this one away. Backhand block in the dirt by Jorgen keeps everyone where they're at. Now he can lock in on 1 pitch. Playing him rather straight up with 2 away. Silent game offensively thus far. We're scoreless in the bottom of the 5th. 3-1 to Melky. He swings and pops it up behind the plate. It'll draw the count full. Out of play there, and now the runners will be in motion on the pitch. And even though the catcher's running at second base with a head start, you have to figure a base hit into the outfield could score the first run of this ball game. Here's the payoff, and it's down and away, ball 4, loading the bases for Nelly Rodriguez. Second walk of the inning for Hoover. Third free pass allowed if you count the hit by pitch to Lenine to start things off. Fourth walk for Hoover. Nelly with the bases loaded. With Stokes' speed now, a base hit in the outfield could score 2. First one, swung on and missed. Good intentions on that swing from Nelly. He comes up empty on the slider. Again, .244 average, but came into the day 6th in on-base percentage. Just looking to move this inning along. The 0-1 is on the corner, called strike. Little grimace there from Nelly. Right around that corner, but you haven't been able to get a gauge on that corner strike zone wise all night so far. Now he's down 0-2. Hoover's pitch is down and away. Tried to get him to chase the slider, and Rodriguez holds. Again, Lenine on third, Troy Stokes Jr. on second, and Melky Mesa at first. Bases loaded, 2 away, no score, and Nelly Rodriguez in the box. Last year's team MVP looking to come up big. The 1-2 is ripped down the left field line and foul. Oh my goodness. Just a matter of inches. Call me biased, I thought I saw chalk. But just the game of inches that is, could summarize this season to this point. Home plate umpire making the call on the ball down the line, hit it into the bullpen area. And now we'll do it again, another 1-2. Ellie will look to put it behind him and bear down. Another 1-2 awaiting from Hoover. And here it comes. Check swing, no go, and it's up high. A tough take from Nelly there, but it's 2-2. Hoover sets. 2-2 is up and away. So Nelly's worked his way back in the count. Runners will be in motion. Full count, 2 away, bases juiced for the Revs first baseman. Payoff, here it comes. Up high, ball 4, and the Revs are on the board. The third walk of the inning by J.J. Hoover is the one that puts the first run across.
Third baseman, number 13, Carlos
And Nelly, who's walked as good as anyone in the league so far. That's number 25 on the year. Now the bases loaded train will move over to Carlos Franco. First pitch is up high. Still no action quite yet. Hoover at 85 pitches. He can keep himself in the game as long as he wants to. Open stance from Franco. 1-0 ripped into right center field. Back on it. Irvin in the gap, and he puts it away. Well, the Revs don't get a hit in the inning, but they score the first run of the ball game on the bases loaded. Nelly Rodriguez walk. They strand 3, but they're ahead 1-0. We head to the top of the 6th. York ahead.
Hey, Fred, did you see that Shipley Energy was hiring CDL drivers?
Really? My buddy works there. He's been driving for them for over 20 years. Must be a nice place to work.
Yeah, I saw online that they're hiring transport drivers and propane and heating oil delivery drivers.
Do you need to have a hazmat?
Nah, they'll help us get one. They also give 4 weeks vacation, benefits like healthcare, and we'll get to be home every night.
I'm going to check it out tonight.
Yeah, man. Go to shipleyenergy.com/drive and apply. It took me less than 5 minutes.
I'm pulling it up on my phone right now.
Penny Pretzel here from the York Philly Pretzel Factory. I am live at the Revolution game, and the batter got a hit. He just ran past the bases and into the stands, and I can't believe my eyes. He's making a line drive right to the York Philly Pretzel Factory concession stand. Looks like he's ordering a pretzel with cheese dip. Now where's he off to? He's headed straight to our store at 2058 South Queen Street, York. The umpire is now shouting, "It's good, it's great, it's the best pretzel ever!" Looks like another home run.
The Revs are back. The 15th season of York Revolution Baseball continues this weekend at People's Bank Park. Friday, the Revs shine a light on mental health awareness and welcome Greater York Dance. Saturday, salute to military service and a custom jersey auction presented by Community Progress Council. Sunday, superheroes assemble. The first 500 kids get a super t-shirt presented by Penn State Health Children's Hospital. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS. YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
Well, a long, hard-fought inning for the Revs. Yields just one run, but it's the run that puts them ahead. Now in the top of the sixth, it'll be the top of the order for the Legends against Jorge Martinez, who struck out the side in the fifth after the leadoff double. He's up to 10. The first Revs starter with double-digit strikeouts. Revs took the lead in the bottom of the fifth on Nelly Rodriguez's league-leading 25th walk. First one to Boog Powell, the leadoff hitter, misses off the plate away. That bunt single and a ground out for Powell tonight. Irvin and Hawkins to follow. 1-0. And a slider that bends in on the corner. Evens the count at 1. Even count, and this one's up and away.
Haven't seen many change-ups tonight. He tried one there against the lefty. Really relied on his breaking stuff to this point tonight.
Primarily slider-centric. The 2-1 is on the corner for a called strike. Fastball that time. Two-two. And off the hands into shallow center. Jeffrey coming on, and it hangs up enough. Jeffrey plays deep, but it hung up enough that time. One away.
And Jorge with the 10 strikeouts tonight. The last Revs pitcher to strike out 10 in a game was Duke last July against Charleston. Well, they were West Virginia at the time, but it's the first time Jorge has done it in his Revs career. His high back in 2014 was 8.
Most for a Revs starter this season as well. First one swung on and missed. Looked like a fastball that time against Phillip Irvin. Oh, 1 to him, and that time the slider swung on and missed. Up in the zone a bit, but off the plate. And another 0-2 count for Jorge Martinez. Before that time is called by Irvin. He was the first of the currently 10 strikeout victims. Jorge would love to make it number 11, the 0-2, and it's off the plate away. Slider again.
He pulled that one, but his location of it tonight has been spectacular. Every time he throws it, it looks like it's going to be good to hit, and then it just disappears.
Here's the 1-2. And swung on and missed. Number 11. And it was the slider again. And moves him into 11, and the first to do it since Ross Detweiler in 2018 against the Road Warriors. The 6th all-time to get there. And swung on and missed here by Courtney Hawkins on a changeup that time. Oh, 1, and this one's ripped to center field and down for a base hit. Hawkins extends the inning. The first hit for Lexington since the double by Blake Swihart.
Tough to keep Hawkins under wraps all night, but I guess if you hold him to singles, you'll take that.
Jorge, pitch count creeping up at 88 pitches. He now has 11. With this next one, he'll join a club that's only been occupied so far by Matt DeSalvo in 2011 and Chris Cody in 2013, that being the 12 strikeout club. The record being 13 back in the inaugural 2007 season. First one is in there for a called strike to Tejeda. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and a ground out. Made a couple nice picks defensively at first base as well. 0-1. Slider yanked at that time off the plate.
And the record 13 held by a guy that Revs fans never got to see, Ryan Bearlocker. His contract purchased before we ever came home.
1-1. And just off the plate away. Again, that slider, he's thrown it about 48% of the time tonight.
It feels like more.
And I mean, if I had a slider like him, I'd be throwing it as much as I can as well.
It's almost like you know what's coming, go ahead and try to hit it. Bet you can.
But he's got a fastball with enough life to even run it in on your hands if you anticipate it. 2-1 is off the plate. Change up that time. He'll step behind the mound and rethink things, and this is the first time we've really seen him in a huge hitter's count tonight. He's been ahead most of the way through. Again, 2 outs here at 93 pitches. Isaias Tejeda, the hitter. The 3-1 is hit foul to the right side. Jorge works himself back, and now Hawkins will be in motion on the payoff pitch. Beforehand, Jorge will get a new baseball. In between innings, I'll try to find what the single game lead is in the Atlantic League this season for most strikeouts. Jorge's got to be up there. But first, the payoff. And it's tapped to the right side. Kenley over, he fields, throws off his back foot in time. Retiring Tejeda and ending the inning. 6 strong for Jorge, and if that's the end of his night, what a night it was. No runs on 1 hit. Hawkins is left stranded, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Revs holding a 1-0 lead.
Every day, Fast Signs helps businesses like yours with their visual communications. We ask the right questions, recommend smart solutions, and help you build your business. Our knowledgeable consultants uncover your communication challenges and provide visible solutions. At Fast Signs, we're innovators, planners, and designers. We're more than fast, more than signs, and we're more than ready to help. Contact Fast Signs today.
Locations in York and Lancaster. Visit fastsigns.com or call 717-840-6400.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
April showers means May flowers. As spring blooms and lawns are growing, so are we at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our team at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care is growing, and we're seeking qualified candidates to grow with us. Join our world-class team-based environment and get your foot on the lawn of a new career with the leading provider of lawn care, tree care, and landscaping services in York, Adams, and Cumberland counties. Be part of our team. Find out more at heritagelandandlandscape.com.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Hoover still out for the bottom of the 6th inning. Had a rough 5th inning where he walked in the lone runner of the ball game. Nelly Rodriguez walking in Lenine Rodriguez. It's bound to happen a couple more times. Rodriguez helping Rodriguez. And here's Josue Herrera to lead things off, and he swings at the first pitch and drives it out to right center field over his pal, and he will make the catch in the right center field gap, 1 away. Josue down on 1 pitch, and, well, we looked it up. Jorge Martinez now has the highest single game strikeout performance in the Atlantic League this season with 11. The previous high being Julio Teheran of the Ferry Hawks on May 8th. Speaking of Julio Teheran, we'll take you around the league this inning, brought to you by Wolf's Bus Line. He's in action against High Point. They're all knotted up in the 7th inning. First pitch to Jack Kenley is a bender that misses in. Might have gotten the call if Jorgen was able to hold on to it. Teheran close to that strikeout number. He's through 6, 2 earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. 1-0 to Kenley, down and in. They're all knotted up at 2. The big hit for Staten Island so far, a 2-run bomb. Just now in the 7th inning to tie things up as we're speaking. 2-0. And that one is on the inside corner to Kenley. Bottom of the 5th inning, it's 10-5 Lancaster. They're playing the other Kentucky team, the Genomes, at Wild Health Field. 2-1 to Kenley, and he grounds it foul just outside of the first base bag. Southern Maryland and Long Island, Darrell Thompson on the mound for the Blue Crabs tonight. They're currently holding a 6-2 lead. Thompson threw 6 in that one. 5 hits, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Here in our game, it's 2-2 to Jack Kenley. 1 away, bases empty. Here it comes, and Hoover thought he had strike 3, went into the strut. Instead of left a pitch, a payoff to Jack Kenley. '93rd pitch for Hoover. Payoff to Kenley is tapped foul. Jack playing spoiler. And one other game, it's high scoring in Gastonia. No surprise there. They're hosting Charleston this weekend, and the Dirty Birds currently up 9-6 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fun weekend here in the Atlantic League. Another payoff. Tried to backdoor a breaking ball and missed. Not happy, but Jack's on. Kenley on for the 2nd time tonight. And for Hoover, that is walk number 6. Now Lenine Rodriguez with an opportunity. 1 on, 1 away in a 1-0 ball game. First one is on the outside corner for a strike. There is some action in the Lexington bullpen. Looks like a right-hander lightly tossing. Oh, 1 to Lenine is fouled off to the right side, out of play.
Well, one thing Hoover's done is stay out of the middle of the plate tonight. Sometimes off the plate completely, but definitely not over the middle.
0-2 is fouled off again to the right side. Lenine staying alive. This will be pitch number 98 from Hoover, so it was crazy to me to think a career major league reliever is making a 100-pitch start.
I do find it fascinating how guys' roles change as their career goes along.
Usually it's the other way around. A starter will become a reliever, compress themselves, and this time Hoover stretching out. It's done an admirable job so far. 0-2, swung on and missed. Went with the slider that time. Strikeout number 5 for Hoover on the night. And there's 2 away for Jeffrey Perez. It's the righty Jalen Miller, 29-year-old, loosening for the Legends. And with Hoover at 98 pitches, you wonder if Jeffrey is his final batter one way or another. Kenley on first after his walk. First pitch to Perez is swung on, hit in the air, left side. Over is Marshall, gives it a look, and it's well deep into the stands.
Everybody wants to talk to Troy when he's on deck.
At least it's now and not a ninth inning comeback effort like yesterday.
That's true.
0-1 to Perez. On its way. And he drops a bender in there. 0-2. Curveball that time. It's 74 with a lot of late life to it. 12-6 action from Hoover. Now to 100 pitches. Number 101 will be an 0-2 to Jeffrey Perez, and it's up high. Almost went back to the old way of Jeffrey there, which I could have sworn we were told the first time, but
yeah. I know my ears aren't the best, but thought so.
1-2 to Jeffrey on its way. And he taps it in front of the plate. This might be a tough play. And Hoover abandoned it, and Jorgen has to come out and get it. No throw. It's an infield single. Hoover pulled up like he was going to let Jorgen get it. Jorgen had no idea that that was the plan.
That did seem surprising. I think if Hoover picks it up, he probably gets him. Jeffrey's got good speed, but I thought Hoover was on it quickly. I thought he did a good job getting to it and might have just given the Revs an extra out.
Sends the inning for another guy with good speed, Troy Stokes Jr. 4th time through the order now. Hoover's still out there. First pitch to Troy is up. He's 0 for 2 with a walk.
Another guy trying to get his footing after a torrential rain earlier today.
I must say, it's a miracle that we're playing today, but I'm glad we are. Pitch is driven out to right center field. And Powell over. Now it's Irving calling, and just a few steps in front of the warning track makes the catch. Well, 2 reach, including a 2-out hit. They're left stranded. Day likely done for J.J. Hoover. We'll see what the Revs do pitching-wise when we come back. Top of the 7th coming up. It's 1-0 York.
People's Bank is happy to sponsor the home of the York Revolution, People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, committed to helping their clients achieve their dreams and live confidently. That commitment continues at People's Bank Park, with Revs games, concerts, events, youth sports, and much more. We're proud to partner with the York Revolution, and we look forward to seeing you at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can't get enough of the Birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the Birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 7th, and the Revs with a 1-0 lead. Jorge Martinez working on a masterpiece through 6. And tied for the 4th highest strikeout total in a game in Revs history with 11. Ryan Bearlocker with 13, Matt DeSalvo and Chris Cody each with 12. And Jorge marks the 10th time that a Revs pitcher has struck out at least 11. No walks, 4 hits, and a 1-0 lead. Ryan Jackson leads things off. Jorge 96 pitches now as his first one is low. That was number 96. Slider to Jackson to begin the 7th. He has flied to center and struck out swinging. 1-0. And he swings and loops it. Shallow right center. Jeffrey hustling in. He runs it down. Reaching down about thigh high and makes the one-hand grab on a dead sprint in. 1 away here to begin the 7th inning. And on a night where it's been offensively challenged, keeping that leadoff guy off base is big. Bring up Blake Swihart, and he's got 2 of their 4 hits. Singled in the 2nd, doubled in the 5th. He's pulled both. Revs do have some catch playing taking place in the bullpen. First pitch, backdoor slider, and got the call. It's a strike. On the wind and the 0-1. And a swing and a cue ball foul, and it will stay foul. It started the snake on the grass, wide of the third base line, but stayed on the grass. Franco coming up to collect in front of third base coach Kip Garza. 0-2. Martinez ready to go against the batting gloveless Blake Swihart. The pitch, it is down and away. Change up on his 100th pitch of the night. It is Adrian Almeida up in the bullpen. Pitch is down and in, and Lenine fights to get in front of that, moving to his right. They used to call Eddie Guardado with Minnesota Everyday Eddie. We could call Almeida All Day Almeida because he wants to be in every game, and he is at the top of the league in appearances. Looks like he'll probably be in again tonight. Here's the wind, the 2-2, and it's down in the dirt. Another slider. Jorge tonight, to go back and look, but an extremely low number of even 3-ball counts. And now the wind and the payoff. Swinging a fly ball to right center, not deep. Jeffrey and Stokes converge. It'll be Stokes who calls and makes the play. 2 down here in the 7th. And Swihart retired for the first time tonight. Montrell Marshall, the hitter. 2 at-bats, 2 Ks. In fact, 7, 8, 9 in the order all fall under that category. First pitch is outside. Bottom 3 in the order, a combined 0 for 6 with 6 punch-outs. Jorge with the 1-0. Slider cue ball, first base. Nelly has to go over to backhand. Throws to Martinez covering. And Jorge Martinez threw 7 spectacular innings here tonight. That thing had a ton of spin and snaked and changed directions, but Nelly takes care of it. 1-2-3 inning in the 7th for Jorge Martinez. It is stretch time here at the bank. Still a 1-0 Revs lead.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, world-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Spring is in the air, and Harvey's Rental can get you prepared for what's ahead. With the biggest selection of steel products on the market, Harvey's Rental will get you set for your next home project. From lawn and garden equipment, pressure washers, post hole diggers, and more, Harvey's Rental has it all. Have a special get-together or graduation coming up? Harvey's Rental has what you need to make your party memorable. Celebrating 60 years. Visit them in person at 1409 South George Street in York or online at harveysrental.com.
The Revs are back. The 15th season of York Revolution Baseball continues this weekend at People's Bank Park. Friday, the Revs shine a light on mental health awareness and welcome Greater York Dance. Saturday, salute to military service and a custom jersey auction presented by Community Progress Council. Sunday, Superheroes Assemble. The first 500 kids get a super t-shirt presented by Penn State Health Children's Hospital. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS. YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
New FM signal, new website. Visit us online at 989WOYK.com and take us on the go. Download the new WOYK app today.
Stretch time here at People's Bank Park tonight. Revs lead it 1-0. And J.J. Hoover out of the game after 104 pitches. Former Rev, briefly a Rev, Jalen Miller takes over. As we go to the bottom of the 7th, it's with York briefly in 2019, early that season. Hoover tonight went 6, gave up 1 run on 3 hits. He walked 6, struck out 5. Hands it off to Miller, who in 10 games is 1-1 with a 7.50 ERA. 10 runs in 12 innings, 14 hits, but apparently he has really made an improvement since when he was here. Struggled with command. He had some deep pitch count starts. Here's Elmer Reyes, who looks at a first pitch strike, and I say that because so far this year, he's struck out 17 in 12 innings and has walked 1. Well, the 0-1 to Reyes. It is just outside. Elmer 1 for 3, doubled back in the 3rd. His 30th hit of the year, which puts him in the top 5 in the league. On the 1-1, and it's down low. Miller actually born in Italy, but grew up in the United States primarily. Now 29 years old. Elmer asks for time and backs out. Miller, who went to a couple of smaller schools in Missouri before going pro. Comes home, and a swing and a line drive, base hit down the line in left. Reyes will take his turn, and it's still down in the corner. He's got 2 easily. His second double of the night. He laced it over the leaping Marshall at 3rd. And Reyes a leadoff double here in the 7th as the Revs look for insurance.
Well, if you want to talk about off-season additions around the league, Elmer Reyes has to be on that list. Of course, we always knew what a great player he was from Long Island and Charleston, but he has been huge, especially since moving into that 2-hole. Has really helped make this Revs lineup a lot more dynamic.
Sandy will collect his gear and head back to the first base coach's box as Melky digs in the batter's box. Each team now with 4 hits. Elmer's got 2 of the Revs 4. Pitch to Melky, a swing and a miss and a cross-up. Jorgen missed it, and it bounces over toward the Revs dugout, and Reyes moves up to third, and that might have hit the umpire's chest protector. It did. Miller is making sure the plate ump is okay, and Jorgen just totally whiffed, and that'll be a pass ball. As pitcher and catcher chat about it, and now Reyes 90 feet away with no outs.
Well, you never like a cross-up when there's nobody on, more or less, when it moves a big insurance run 90 feet away. Offense has been pretty sparingly so far today, so Revs will hope to make them pay.
The Legends will bring the infield up. John Lamatina said he was okay. He says play to Miller. And here's the 0-1 to Melky. It's upstairs. Melky a line out to right in the third. The only time he hit the ball tonight, hit it hard. And that came in between a pair of walks that he took. Trying to double a 1-0 lead. And the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. He lines it into center. Base hit. Reyes in to score. It's 2-0 here in the 7th. Melchizedek goes down to get it and lines it up the middle past the drawn-in infield. RBI number 22 of the season for him.
Yeah, it's got to feel great for Melky, of course. Maybe not the last couple of games he won in the Lancaster series. A season ball really well tonight. You mentioned 2 walks, hit the ball hard in that flyout, and then that one doubling this lead.
RBI number 260 of his Revs career, 22nd this year. And here's Nelly Rodriguez, 2 batters into the 7th. Revs have a run, another run, as Nelly takes down low. And before this inning, Nelly had the only ribby tonight on, for him, what else? A walk. A bases loaded walk in the 5th. His league leading 25th free pass. 0 for 2 otherwise. Here's the stretch, the 1-0, and a swing and a foul back into the netting. Well, the pass ball forced the infield in. Melky serving it right out past shortstop. Now the 1-1 and a curveball over for a strike. When Miller was with York early in 2019, he pitched in 5 games in relief, made 2 starts, was 1-1, had a 6.75 ERA, and did have a bunch of strikeouts, but a lot of walks. He deals, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. 16 innings with York. He had 21 Ks, but 11 walks. And we mentioned so far this year with Lexington, 17 Ks and only 1 walk. It's quite the improvement. And he has started to improve that part of his game the last couple of years. Pitch, that is high, 2-2. Throws plenty hard enough. He's been in the mid-90s tonight. Began his career in the United Shore League in 2016, and briefly to the Frontier, then the Pacific Association. Fires, and it's down and away. And from there, the Orioles signed him at the start of 2019, was briefly with Delmarva, came here after his release, and spent some time with the Chicago Dogs and Butch Hobson in the American Association. Now deals, and a swing and a shot, left side, base hit for Nelly. They were at double play depth with Jackson toward the middle, and a gaping opening. Nelly finds it. First and second, still no outs, and the first three hitters this inning have greeted Miller with base hits.
Yeah, you figured it was only going to be a matter of time. A lot of good at-bats early in this game, mainly coming up empty for the most part, but finally starting to get some pitches to hit and making Miller pay here.
Here's Franco, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. Waggles it from the left side of the plate. First pitch fastball is down low at 94. Franco in the fifth put a good swing on one from Hoover with him loaded right after the Nelly bases loaded walk, but he's got it down toward the end of the bat. Lined out to right. Now the 1-0 and a swing and a foul back upstairs. Change up for Miller. Last year, Miller in the Frontier League with Sussex County, he made 6 starts, but he also pitched as a closer, had 8 saves. ERA just over 3. 80 strikeouts and 64 2/3. Now the 1-1 and a swing and a miss. Fastball, and Franco had a healthy hack. And the first time around, Miller maybe not quite ready for the Atlantic League. Now it seems like he is. But the Revs have gotten to him for a run so far here in the 7th, looking for more. On a 1-2 pitch, and it is down and in. Franco lays off. 2-0 the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Now Miller with the pitch. Swing and a miss. A changeup. And that's his first out of the inning. Now he threw a couple good ones to Franco. And this is all Miller's inning. They don't have anybody up to bail him. As Josue Herrera comes up next. Herrera 0 for 3 on the night. Strikeout, pop-up, fly-out. Revs still have Almeida getting ready. Jorge at 105 pitches. And the first one to Herrera. It's a fastball for a strike. Outer half. Now the 0-1, and a swing and a grounder foul over by the entrance to the Revs dugout. Revs with half of their 6 hits this inning. Oh-2, and a swing and a miss. Miller goes soft again. Another changeup for a strikeout. Right, 2 down, and Jack Kenley will bat.
Second baseman, Jack Kenley.
Kenley tonight, a single, a strikeout, and a walk. 1 for 2. First pitch, that's high and wide. Revs have stranded 9 runners tonight. They've had way more base runners than Lexington, with Jorge being as clean as he's been. Revs 1 for 7 with men in scoring position tonight. The 1-0 pitch, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. This will be Miller's 25th pitch of the inning. Now home with it, and a swing and a miss. Fastball on the outer edge. Methodically trying to hold the Revs to just the 1 run. Lexington in the 8th will have 8, 9, and 1 due. You will have to get through 2, 3, 4 one more time tonight. Pitch. It is a fastball in tight. Good eye from Kenley. He's laid off some tough ones tonight. Now Miller, 6-1 righty, fires, and it's in the dirt and gets past Jorgen. Back to the backstop. Mesa up to third, Nelly along to second. Wild pitch makes it second and third. Miller, who went to Mineral Area College and then Central Methodist University in Missouri. Full count now to Jack. And a pitch, swinging a high fly ball, back of third. Marshall out from third into foul ground, back by the Legends bullpen and out of room. It lands in the front row, just behind their bullpen bench, couple of seats in. And Kenley with just enough lack of real estate to stay alive there. Revs scoring in the 5th on the Nelly bases loaded walk. Then here in the 7th on Melky's RBI single. Jorge Martinez, the big story tonight, 11 strikeouts through 7. 3-2 again, and a swing and a foul tip held on to. And Jalen Miller strikes out the side. He strikes out the final 3 after the first 3 all had hits. Revs do double their lead, though, with a run on 3 hits in the inning and 2 men left. It was a Reyes double that set the table. He scored, and the Revs now lead it 2-0 as we go to the 8th.
This is Revolution Manager Mark Mason. I love a great local neighborhood bar, and no matter what night of the week, Racehorse Tavern in Thomasville has something for you. Great food, fantastic bartenders, and ice-cold beer every night. Acoustic acts on Saturday and Sunday afternoons in our Four Seasons patio from 3 to 6. We've even got various fundraising events throughout the year and are a proud sponsor of 5 York City softball teams and the York Revolution, where you can come in as a stranger and leave feeling like family. The Racehorse Tavern, 738 North Beesicker Road in Thomasville. For more info, visit online at racehorsetavern.com.
At Flying Feet Sports Shoes, we are feeling like spring. The 2022 delivery of the new styles and colors of OOFOS sandals, thongs, and clogs has just arrived. You can be the first to choose from the latest OOFOS models. Your feet and back will love the feel, and your eyes will love the looks. Come to Flying Feet Sports Shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, where it feels like spring.
York North Rotary Summerfest has an elevated experience for you June 11th, noon to 4 at People's Bank Park in York. Enjoy craft beer samples, delicious snack vendors, wine and spirits, samples and sales. Kitty Back will be rocking the stadium. Search York North Summerfest on Eventbrite for tickets and information. See you there.
Listen live and on demand with the new WOYK app and online at 989WOYK.com.
Head of the 8th, it is Adrian Almeida who's in right now. Revs lead it 2-0. And what a gem from Jorge Martinez tonight. Just spectacular. 7 shutout innings on 4 hits. One of those was a bunt. 3 of the 4 were singles. No walks, 11 strikeouts, 105 pitches, 71 strikes.
Yeah, and it seemed like every time he got into a little bit of trouble, particularly that inning where Swihart let it off with a double, he bared down and continued to do his job. After that double, he struck out 3 in a row. So just, I think the biggest thing you got to take away tonight, besides the effectiveness of that slider, is Jorge's composure through a couple of tough situations.
Lowers his ERA for the year to 2.67. Highest strikeout total in the league so far this year. And the 5th pitcher in Revs history to strike out 11 or more in a game with no walks. Ross Detweiler did it back in May of 2018. Jay Goss, 2017. Chris Cody in 2013. Ryan Bearlocker twice in 2007. Pete Jorgen will lead things off. Almeida's first pitch, a fastball inside at 95. 8-9-1 in the order. Jorgen 2 at-bats, 2 strikeouts tonight. The 1-0, and a swing and a foul back to the net. Almeida in game number 14, no record, a 1.38 ERA. 3 holds. 13 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Opponents hitting 182. A 1-1 pitch and a swing and a miss. High gasolina at 97. Jorgen couldn't lay off. Got Cuevas on deck, then Boog Powell back at the top. The Legends with lefty Henry Owens up in their bullpen. Here's the 1-2. Now way high, sails to the backstop, and Lenine, he's on top of it. He hustles back just in case.
Can't trust anyone.
We have found that out. Like that famous tweet from Markel Fultz back in the day.
Hello.
Hi. And the kids found our mic.
It's probably not a good thing.
It's not great. Here's the 2-2. Fastball in on the hands, missed.
Hopefully they don't prove me right when I say you can't trust anybody. If not, I might need to make a quick little knob turn.
Almeida turned his back on home plate there. I think he wanted that one. Count goes full. Now the payoff. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball upstairs at 97. And one thing you could not do with a 2-0 lead was walk the leadoff 8-hole hitter, and Almeida makes sure that that does not happen.
Yeah, Almeida, he throws the ball hard. Sometimes you wonder if that can lead to some control issues, but like we say every time, there's not a lot of guys in this league that can throw 99. I believe we have a pinch hitter here as well.
Yeah, Tillman Pugh will be called upon for Cuevas. Pugh hitting .290 with 5 home runs. 17 batted in. He's put up some big numbers in this league. First pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball at 97. Now last year, he had a huge year, but they often DH'd him with the double hook and hit him 9th. He often didn't play a whole game. There's the 0-1. And a swing and a high fly in right center, not deep. Jeffrey coasts over. calls, waits, and angles back to his right and makes the play. Towering fly ball, and Almeida makes quick work of the pinch-hitting Pugh. 2 down here in the 8th. Revs a 2-0 lead. We go to the top of the Lexington order, and Boog Powell. Powell tonight 1 for 3, a bunt base hit in the first. And you had a feeling Jorge might be up to something good when he worked right past that bunt hit the way that he did. Powell never advanced. First pitch is a fastball at the knees. That's a strike, and the board says 98.
Well, if the board says 98, let's see. Probably I'm on the wrong screen. It's going to disappear. Yeah, it did.
No. It's the 0-1, and a nasty slider, but was called inside. Almeida trying to start that one at Powell and buckle his knees. I don't know how you stand in against that left on left, but that's why they are the pros. Now Almeida with the 1-1. Fastball misses high. And we are the Joes. Base is empty, 2 outs in the 8th. Here's the 2-1, and he yanked it down and away. Phillip Ervin waits on deck. Former big leaguer himself. Two 2-0 the lead. Almeida trying to follow Jorge's masterpiece. 3-1 pitch, and it's inside. Powell works his way on. So that'll force Irvin to the plate as the tying run. It's the first walk issued by Revs pitching tonight. Almeida entered play tonight, tied with Matt Latos for the league lead in appearances with 13. And here is Irvin. Almeida sets, kicks, fires, and a swing and a foul the other way and right. Irvin tonight, strikeout, ground out, strikeout.
And to that appearance point, it looks like Matt Latos will probably get the night off with a 12-2 lead, so at least for a day, Almeida will be alone at the top.
Here's the 0-1, Powell runs, fastball's a strike, Lenine the throw down, Reyes reaching back to tag, but not in time. And Boog Powell steals his 6th. And Irvin's the tying run, but if they can get 1 run here, make it a 1-run game, that's the thinking. A runner at second, but Almeida does jump ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Irvin, he was a first-round pick of the Braves back in 2013 and got to the majors with Cincinnati and Seattle. There's the stretch. And Almeida looks around, kicks, delivers, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. 97 again. And Adrian Almeida with a scoreless 8th inning as he picks up where Jorge left off. No runs, no hits, and 1 runner left. It's still 2-0 York. Go to the last of the 8th.
Named one of the best advisors in the state and the country, Kevin Smith and the team of Smith Wealth Advisory Group can help you develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, they will guide you on Social Security, pension choices, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, required minimum distributions, taxation, and optimal distribution strategies. For all your retirement planning needs, contact one of the nation's best, Smith Wealth Advisory Group, located right here in York. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Drunk driving prevention is a priority at Anheuser-Busch. You can't drive drunk if you don't drive there. Encourage friends to sign the Decide to Ride petition on DecideToRide.com. Brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Uber, Brewery Products, and WOYK. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 8th, Revs still with the 2-0 lead. Lefty Henry Owens, the new pitcher for Lexington. Almeida with scoreless stuff in the 8th, and Jim Fuller will get ready for the 9th. And as a matter of fact, the fact that Boog Powell got on in the 8th inning, bringing Irvin up, that means that Courtney Hawkins cannot be the tying run at any point in the 9th. He'll lead off.
Yeah, it was that morning game in Lexington. Hawkins took the second pitch he saw in extra innings out to center field. Of course, the ghost runner helped him out to actually make him the winning run.
It does mean Tejeda could be the tying run if Hawkins gets on, but Jim will face the 3-4-5 in first. The Revs will try to milk a little more offense out of this one as Lenin Rodriguez will lead it off. Lenin 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch, which led off the bottom of the 5th and set up the first run of the game. The Revs scored on a hit by pitch and 3 walks that inning. And Owens ready to go. First pitch to Lenin is over but high. Manuel Geraldo is now in the game at second base. It's the 1-0, and that crowds Lenin in tight. Adrian Almeida, by the way, just completed his 10th consecutive scoreless outing. He has been awesome. Owens, the lanky lefty, fires over the top, and Lenin swings and grounds a base hit into left. Marshall was near the line, and Lenin dribbles it on through. Revs with their 7th hit of the night, and a leadoff runner here in the 8th. The only other 2 times tonight the leadoff man reached, they scored. And Jeffrey Perez coming up. See if Jeffrey tries to advance him. And nope, first one is up and away. Appeal to first, no swing. Jeffrey 1 for 3. Infield hit in the 6th, and Owens can issue walks. Mace maybe playing for the big inning here. Owens 0-1, a 7.94 ERA in 8 outings. Pitch, it's high. 11 1/3 innings this year, 11 hits, 10 runs, 10 walks, 11 strikeouts. Fills out the stat line.
Stokes hit a homer.
Not asking for much, is he? Here's the 2-0 to Perez, and it is a called strike in. Owens a 6'6" lefty. former first-round pick of the Red Sox in 2011. Got to the majors with them. He deals, and a swing and a pop fly to shallow center. Powell comes sprinting in, and he'll get to it and makes the play. He got those little legs moving. Came racing in to get there for out number 1.
Well, Troy's got a big responsibility on his back right now as he digs in.
Yeah, all the kids asked him to do was hit a homer. He ought to be able to do that.
Seems
right?
simple enough.
Yeah. Owens last year led the league in strikeouts, but his walk totals were way high, as the first one to Stokes is inside. And a line drive to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Lenine up to second, and the Revs with 2 on and 1 out as Stokes is into the hit column tonight.
Well, it wasn't a homer, but hopefully they can reach a nice little compromise there as Troy moves things along as the Reds continue to play for a big inning. I mean, this is a big opportunity for insurance with the Harvey order coming up. And Elmer already has 2 doubles tonight.
2 for 4. Led off the 7th with a double and scored. Has a chance now to drive one in. Owens last year, 92 innings, 113 Ks, but 98 walks, more than 1 per inning. Pitch to Reyes, a curveball that swoops inside and missed. So he averaged 11.1 Ks per 9, but 9.6 walks per 9. Went 4-5 with a 6.55 last year, mostly as a starter. 1-0, and a swing and a pop foul out of play to the right. It's up onto the first base side roof. And he was familiar with Lexington. He pitched in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail series during the COVID year, which was held at the Legends ballpark. Some time in the Constellation Energy League that summer as well. Pitch is way high. Now 2-1 to Elmer. Revs leading at 2-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Tall lefty sets and deals, and it's high again. 3-1. Owens was on the national team as an amateur. Drafted out of high school by the Red Sox out of Huntington Beach, California. Now the 3-1 to Reyes, and a swing and a high fly ball in left center. Hawkins comes in on it. Shallow left, and he makes the catch. 2 down here in the 8th. And Melky Mesa will try to add more before Jim Fuller comes in. Melky tonight, 1 for 2. RBI single last inning made it 2-0. He's also reached twice on walks. Now Owens set, and the first pitch. Curveball tumbles down low. Fuller this year with just 3 saves, and the opportunities have been very sparing. Play Melky about straight up. Third base tight to the line. Pitch to him, ripped that way, but just a little early and foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tomorrow night, Nick Travieso goes for the Revs and Daniel Corsino for Lexington. Sunday at 2, it'll be Eduardo Rivera coming off his dominant effort in Lancaster, and lefty Thomas Dormany, former Somerset Patriot, goes for Lexington. 1-1 to Mesa, and a swing and a fly ball to shallow right center. The second baseman is out, and the catch is made. Geraldo, who came in defensively at the start of the inning, backs out and gets there to make the grab. No runs on 2 hits, 2 left. The Revs have stranded 13 tonight, but they'll try to make this count. They lead it 2-0 as we go to the 9th.
At WellSpan Health, we're here for you. Like the relationships that count: family, good friends, and neighbors. WellSpan primary care physicians and providers believe in the strength of those relationships. And just like family, we listen. That's how we discover the best way to help you in your wellness journey. When you choose WellSpan for primary care, you gain a network of over 2,600 of the best experts in the region for complex care, like specialists for cancer, heart disease, and orthopedics. We make it easy to connect with simple online visits and our My WellSpan app. And with convenient locations close to your neighborhood, you don't have to travel very far. Choose WellSpan for primary care because we're your friends and neighbors. After all, we know you, we care, and it shows. Start your relationship today. Visit wellspan.org/primary care.
The Revs are back. The 15th season of York Revolution Baseball continues this weekend at People's Bank Park. Friday, the Revs shine a light on mental health awareness and welcome Greater York Dance. Saturday, salute to military service and a custom jersey auction presented by Community Progress Council. Sunday, superheroes assemble. The first 500 kids get a super t-shirt presented by Penn State Health Children's Hospital. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS. YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
You're on York's home for Sixers basketball. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 9th inning, Jim Fuller takes over. And going for save number 4 this year, Revs lead it 2-0. Jorge Martinez, spectacular tonight. And Fuller will face 3, 4, and 5. Hawkins, Tejeda, and Jackson. Jim 0-2, but 3 for 4 in save opportunities. The only one that got away was the day game at Lexington with the ghost runner in extra innings. And this guy taking him deep to right to their short porch. Hawkins leads off, and the first one is high. Nobody on for him this time. Fuller in just his 7th game, 5 innings, 4 runs, 2 earned. And last got into a game and saved it on Tuesday against Lancaster. Here's the 1-0, and it misses upstairs. Hawkins 1 for 3 tonight. The save Tuesday moved him out of a tie with R.J. Rodriguez for 3rd in Revs history in saves, his 32nd. Next, Rami Lewis with 33. The 2-0, and he swings and he pops it up foul, back out of play. So right now, the top 3, Mike DeMarc, 39, Rami Lewis, 33, Jim Fuller, 32. Fuller is set. The 2-1, and a swing and a miss. Hawkins chased the ball, went after one, almost shoulder high. $3,020 our attendance tonight. As Fuller has his sign. He's ready. And the 2-2 swing, and it's fouled back. And again, Hawkins goes after one up. Runners play tonight, leading the league in homers, and not only runs driven in, but runs scored as well. Led the league in homers and ribbies last year. 2-2 again, and a swing and a dribbler foul, third base side. I'm sorry, 2 off the lead in homers last year with 32. But a huge year. Fuller the pitch, and a swing and a drive to deep left field, and it's way out over the nemesis and gone. His league-leading 11th home run. And the Revs, who were going for their first shutout since June 24th of last year when they beat Southern Maryland 2-0, will have to wait for another night. It's now a 2-1 game here in the top of the 9th. That ball was blasted.
Well, you can only hold Courtney Hawkins down for so long, it seems. That one was just an absolute moonshot over the nemesis.
So 4 games against York now. Hawkins has 3 home runs and 10 RBIs. 7 in 1 game. That miserable morning. Here's Tejeda, who's now the tying run. First pitch, fastball, it's in for a strike. Tejeda used to face Fuller when Jim was in New Britain and Tejeda was with York. Here's the 0-1, and it misses down in the dirt. Tonight he has struck out and twice grounded out here in his return. And was trying to go to Mexico, and then had visa issues delay his arrival. The 1-1 pitch, and it's in the dirt, bounces away. Lenine got a piece of it and back to recover. The Revs 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Legends 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. Fuller the 2-1, and a swing and a foul tip to the net. Ryan Jackson on deck, Blake Swihart due now to bat this inning. And the team power that Lexington's got came in tonight with 30 homers as a team. Hawkins a third of those, and 1 behind Gastonia as a team. 2-2. Oh, a ball away, and I think only because Lenine was set up in. That looked like it was over the plate. Now Lexington will get their closer, Austin Adams, up in the bullpen. They set up in again. Fuller with the payoff, and it's inside, and Tejeda works his way on with the walk. Now the tying run is on base. Tejeda, who does like to get his arms extended, they were trying to get in on him and could not do so. Here comes Ryan Jackson. 0 for 3, 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Revs lead it 2-1 here in the 9th, still looking for the first out. First pitch, fastball, there's a strike. It's another night where they've gotten great pitching and the offense has been hard to come by, but trying to finish on the top end of it this time. Here's the 0-1. Fastball up and outside. One. Swinging, this one's fouled off. First base side to the top of the stands. Karam's off a railing. I guess Lexington could still call on Jose Briseño to bat. I assume he's available. He's on their bench tonight. Former big leaguer, their frontline catcher. Fuller ready. Here's the 1-2, and it's off the plate away. Fuller with 29 of his 32 Revs saves last season. Led the league, the first in Revs history to lead the league in saves. Now the 2-2, and a swing and a rip left side. It's a base hit. Out of Franco's reach. Mesa backhands on the track. Tejeda will eye it up and stop. Melky trying to bait him. And it's first and second with nobody out as the first three have reached. Now the tying run in scoring possession.
And this is where things get tricky, and you have to wonder if Lexington might look for the bunt here. Franco's going to play in at third, and Nelly will play in front of the runner at first.
Blake Swihart, the hitter. Switch hitter turns to the right side this time. And he does square to bunt, and he pops it in the air. Look out! It is caught! It is caught by a sliding Lenin Rodriguez along the first base line, and he had to make sure that he and Nelly didn't dump truck each other. With Nelly coming in full speed, and Lenin slides to a knee and makes the grab for the first out.
Well, that was the best case scenario for York. It got scary there for a second, but Lenin shorthanded back there, making a huge play for the first out. Now a double play can end it.
And he is so tough, but I wouldn't wish anybody to get trucked by Nelly. Here is Marshall. First pitch, he swings and he grounds it to second. Kenley's there to second for one. The turn, double play! Double play, and this game's over. 4-6-3. And the Revs win a classic here tonight against the Legends. The final score 2-1. And with that save, Jim Fuller ties Rami Lewis for second on the Revs all-time saves list, the 33rd of his Revs career, and saves it for Jorge Martinez, who was absolutely dominant tonight. And there was not much offense to be had, but the Revs got just enough. And a game-ending double play. Do we have a caller up here in the booth? I think we did. Taylor made 4-6-3. Kenley to Reyes and on to first to end it. And denied the shutout in the 9th inning, but Fuller notches save number 4 this year. And the Revs win the opener against Lexington. That evens their homestand record to this point. And a 2-1 final score here tonight. That was a fun one. Jorge Martinez with win number 2. He strikes out 11. He is our Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group player of the game tonight. Now the Revs improved to 8-17. The Legends fall to 11-15. And for York, they've now won 4 of their last 7 overall, playing some winning ball here in the last week. 2-1 is your final score. Stay tuned. Postgame show is coming up next.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
Comfort and convenience over team while traveling. You're at 4 points by Sheraton York.
The York Revolution plays here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Comfort and convenience await you at the newly renovated 4 Points by Sheraton York, situated in the suburb of historic downtown York. Our hotel provides easy access to popular local attractions, including the Harley-Davidson Factory, the York Fairgrounds, Hershey Park, the Gettysburg Battlefield, and Lancaster Amish Country. Unwind in our spacious hotel rooms featuring plush beds, complimentary high-speed Wi-Fi, and other home-like amenities. Head to our on-site restaurant and lounge, Trios, to enjoy delicious American cuisine or an evening cocktail. Keep up with your exercise routine while traveling by using our family-friendly hotel's fitness center and the largest indoor heated pool in York. We also feature flexible meeting space for memorable events. The combination of modern accommodations, excellent service, and a great location will make your stay at 4 Points by Sheraton York.
Dickey's Barbecue Pit is known for slow, smoked quality meats that make your taste buds grin from ear to ear. We queued it up to a whole new level by adding beer and wine to our menu, and there aren't many combinations better than mouth-watering brisket and ice-cold beer. So come visit us over at West Manchester Town Center to get your fix of both. Dickey's, the best way to cue the day with legit Texas barbecue. Visit us at dickies.com.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Win it tonight. 2-1 is the final score as York wins again for the fourth time in the last 7. Got to start somewhere, right? And now 8-17 with the win. An even record on this homestand. Lexington falls to 11-15. And folks from the county of York and mental health awareness night here out in the field with the green lights for the post-game ceremony here at People's Bank Park. Revs winning it and denied of their first shutout win of the season, but a masterpiece nonetheless. And we recap things as we welcome you to the post-game show, brought to you in part by Brewery Products and their Decide to Ride campaign. You can sign the pledge form online at decidetoride.com. Make sure you get home safely every single time. And the two starting pitchers tonight matching each other early in the game, not in the strikeout category. That was dominated by Jorge Martinez, who had 2 strikeouts in the first, 2 more in the second, another one in the third, 2 more in the fourth, struck out the side after a leadoff double in the 5th inning. And the Revs, meanwhile, were being turned aside relatively quietly by J.J. Hoover as the game stayed scoreless through the first 4.5 innings. But in the bottom of the 5th inning, Lenin Rodriguez taking a leadoff hit by pitch to set things up. And then with 1 out, Troy Stokes Jr. walked. And with 2 outs, Melky Mesa walked to load the bases. And then Nelly Rodriguez worked his way on. And Mesa and Rodriguez in particular, very selective, laid off tough pitches, drew the walks with 2 outs, and Nelly's coming with the bases loaded, forced home Lenin Rodriguez with the game's first run, and the Revs had a 1-0 lead. Jorge came out against the top of the order in the 6th and threw up another 0 to further establish a tone, putting up that goose egg right after his offense had finally scored, and then worked the 1-2-3 seventh inning to finish things off. The first inning of the night, and only inning of the night in which he did not have a strikeout, but he was magnificent tonight. 7 scoreless innings, 4 hits, no walks, and 11 strikeouts, the most of his Revs career, tied for the 4th most in a game in team history, and just 2 off the team's single game record, and the most by a Revs pitcher since Ross Detweiler struck out 11 Road Warriors on May 26, 2018. And Jorge also establishing the most strikeouts in a game in the Atlantic League so far this season, and the 5th time, the 5th pitcher, I should say, in Revs history, 6th time that a Revs starter has struck out 11 or more with no walks. Ryan Bearlocker did it twice in 2007, Chris Cody then in 2013, Jay Goss in 2017, and Ross Detweiler in 2018. Jorge Martinez here tonight. 6th time in Revs history that a pitcher has struck out 11 or more without issuing a single walk. And J.J. Hoover on the other side walked 6, but allowed only 3 hits and 1 run in his 6 innings. And the Revs got a critical insurance run, as it turned out, in the bottom of the 7th against reliever Jalen Miller, former Rev. And Elmer Reyes greeted him with a leadoff double to left field and moved to third on a pass ball. And with the infield in, Melky Mesa delivering an RBI single into center and providing the insurance run to make it a 2-0 lead at that point. Adrian Almeida would handle a scoreless 8th inning, did issue a 2-out walk to Boog Powell, but struck out Phillip Irvin to end the inning with Powell at second after a stolen base. And that handed it off to Jim Fuller for the 9th inning. And Fuller losing a lengthy battle with Hawkins leading off. Hawkins homering to left field to bust up the shutout bid. And then Isaias Tejeda walking. Ryan Jackson hit a single into left. And the first 3 reaching, and starting to wonder where is this thing headed. But Blake Swihart up next, attempting to bunt the 2 runners over. He popped it up. Lenin Rodriguez made a great play going to a knee. And then Montrell Marshall up next, and I think it was Fuller's first pitch. Jake had just called it here in the booth, said a double play away from winning it. And I think it was the first pitch to Marshall. He hit it right on the ground to Kenley, and a 4-6-3 game-ending double play, which was our Shipley Energy power play of the game tonight, as the Revs finish off the thrilling 1-run victory by a final score of 2-1. It's the 8th 1-run game they've played so far this season, and they've now won half of them, 4-4 in 1-run games. And a big one here tonight to start off the weekend as they try to win a series for the 2nd time in the last 3. And they will have chances to sew that up tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon as the Revs take the opener tonight by a final score of 2-1. We'll take another break here on the Postgame show, check the scores from elsewhere, and wrap things up for you when we come back.
Online school might seem like a thing of the present, but Pennsylvania Virtual Charter School has been perfecting it for 22 years. PA Virtual Charter